Hello everybody, I'm Made in VR. Today we are interviewing Redshift Caesar, and I'm joined today by Solar P. So first question for you, Caesar. What type of training are you doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup? What are you doing to prepare?
Pretty much just been scrimming. We normally do like 2 or 3 scrims a day, and we've been doing that since the team's been formed.
How do you guys feel coming into the Challenger Cup?
We're pretty confident, not really too worried about anyone right now.
Caesar, how do you feel about Bangarang? They're above you by 1 spot. They seem to be the only team that is actually above you guys in sort of skill, I guess. What do you feel about them?
I mean, they seem alright. They have a new roster relatively, but they've been playing for a while together. We're not really too worried about them. They're kind of least of our worries right now.
Alright, that sounds good. So that would wrap it up for the rep for Redshift. Caesar, thank you for coming out tonight, man, and we'll see you guys next time.
Matt still gets a pass across. Zenith pulls off the Dusty. Zenith going to walk this one to the edge of the bubble. They have an opportunity here once again. Leverage takes the shot.
Not going to send it in. Going to do some styling. Going to wait. Oh!
As Kanger sending this one over there to Aiden off the backboard. Shrem now sending him across there to Ender. Crossing over to Cruz, and goal is wide open. As that one slapped back, Antarctic's there on the back line. Antarctic sending this one in. Sugar Fluff. One more pass there behind the goal.
Only vote and who people thought would win, and they get it again.
And it's going to be the Raptors on the, Mozzie coming in. Mozzie. They got to take this second round. They got to force a third round on Ignite. That's a lot of stunts. That's the lead.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to dox him and tell him what school you're in, but oh my goodness, that's incredible. And just like that
game with a teammate holding on. That's going to be a stop. Oh my God. That's it. That's 3 points.
Bandit back to reality, cutting in. Stopped by that chain. What a defensive chain. They're getting stunned out, but title.
Dancing up, dancing inverted. Gotta get the sun off on fire is what, but that's going to be off the head.
Delivers over the right side, Mozzie. Passes to Swag War. Swag War has Chrome cutting. Chrome. Ignite on offense with the duck is going to be JJ with the drive. Jay going to find it. Oh,
the second one, but there's a long relay play. It connects, diving in. No way! What?
They have a numbers advantage right now. Toza sending it across there to Boop Boop, going up to BK. There it is.
Oh, Yo Kings, there. Headbutt. Excellent headbutt. This could be it for them. And it is. Oh!
More dances, so those boots are made for walking, but what will Wazit do? Well, Wazit's gonna walk it in and then score a 2.
6 running in the lead. They're gonna be clearing it into that tunnel. Looks like a perfect pass to Orochi there.
Oh.
You know, with the disc. Oh, beautifully played. To Sugi. Sugi looking for the cross pass, the cut.
With the leash, although right there in the hands of Kong. Kong over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker bringing it in. 1v2. Stop there. Cruising.
And it looks like Rosh is going to go for the pass to 10. 10's just going to put it over. Ooh.
It's going to be that green pigeon with an open goal. They have to get a 3. Oh, the wall.
Underlay will be there really soon. And that said, wow, I'm a E-I-E-I-O.
Sends that one out, but then they have the Voidless. Voidless to VTS King, who sends that one in. Breezo gets a stop.
You're going to take it right now, giving up a pass and a lot of fakes, but Rough, the right stuff. Official match here. Both these teams attempting to complete that process. And what? Oh my goodness, wow. What the? Let's save. A grab back, a save again, and another grab back.
Speedy gets that one picked up, trying to send it out. Oh, the chain gets her, though. Sent in there by Sokka. Sokka.
It's Whoosh getting stunned, so Mamba found the disc, found the shots. It is a great hit from...
Mistake we're seeing again and again. The missed shots, the missed passes. Play up again. And this time, oh, they do not miss. Why are you not excited about how good Gravity is playing right now? What? No way. Flying in, getting stunned out. Mozzie jumping in, sending it in. Holy cow.
As that is going to get cleared down the other way. And oh my goodness, there's an open three. The bounce shot. It goes in. What? What a shot.
Delivering it in. Swag War. Oh my god.
Far side, picked up by Galti. Galti sees you up a goal. Galti. Oh my goodness.
Like Kaika, maybe looking for that long three. And he takes it in.
And they're able to get that disc back into possession in Final Frontier and actually pull out.
Two more. Unfortunate the pass didn't quite connect, but they still have an opportunity to back pass. The three. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but now they have an opportunity here. Everest now moving forward. They have a 3-point shot coming through. It's in. Oh.
Hello everybody, I'm Aiden VR. Today I'm joined by Light Has Come from Bangarang, the top team on the ladder currently. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. Alright, so, what type of training are you and your team doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup?
I think mostly just scrimming a lot. Scrimming, hopefully a lot like master teams. I think it's healthy to scrim teams that are better than you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be scrimming a lot of master teams, and then I think doing a fair bit of VOD review as well, just brushing up on strategy, potentially scouting the other teams, that sort of thing.
All right, cool, dude. How are you guys feeling coming into this one? Like, mentality?
I don't know if it's quite dawned on us yet, like, okay, it's coming up. I think we're pretty excited. For most of Bangarang, it's been a goal for a long time to make the Challenger Cup since last season. And then this season we made the first Challenger Cup, but then Buchibo, our starting goalie, got injured and we weren't ready to play it. So it was a bit frustrating to have made it and then not be able to play. So now we're just pretty excited that we're finally going to be able to play it.
One last question. So, you guys are top of the ladder currently, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that will affect you at all in this Challenger Cup? Just having that mentality that you are the top team on the regular ladder right now. Do you feel like it's going to affect you guys at all?
It's probably in the back of our heads somewhat. I think we don't want it to affect us, but we got to beat master teams to get in. And I think we don't really feel like we're top of the ladder quite yet because we're technically one place down. So I don't think it'll affect us too much. Like, any team can win. Any of the teams in the Challenger Cup, they can win if they play good. So it's just going to be about who shows up and plays the best.
Yeah, all right, definitely. Yeah, thanks so much, dude. I've been Aiden VR, and this has been Bangarang's interview. See you next time.
Welcome everyone to the Challenger Cup interviews. My name is Solar P, and I'm here with Corrosion.
Yeah!
Hello. So what kind of training are you guys going to do preparing for the Challenger Cup?
We've been doing multiple scrims a day, building our stamina for the Challenger Cup.
How are you guys feeling coming into the Challenger Cup?
We've been feeling really good. We've been consistently working on mindset and stuff like that in scrims, and all the teams are really good, players are good, but it comes down to consistency in the high tier games.
Well, that's good. Well, with being newly introduced into the cycle, do you think this will change your mentality?
I don't really think that it's going to change mentality much. More or less, we've all been putting the time in, and I think we're ready to take it to the next level. Everyone's putting in equal amount of effort. I think we should be good.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, guys. I was Corrosion, I've been Solar P, and we'll see you guys next time. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the Challenger Cup interview for Los Angeles Destroyers, our rep here, Saluna 22.
Hi!
So our first question here, Saluna, what type of training are you guys going to do to prepare for the Challenger Cup?
So currently what we're doing is we just have like a ton of scrims we're gonna do. Practice getting our chains faster and our passes down and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, for Challenger Cup, especially because this is the top of Diamond and the low part of Master, it's still going to be hard, so that training is really good. So how are you guys feeling coming into the Challenger Cup?
We're feeling pretty good about it. I'm actually personally really excited, but I know my team is too, and I think we're actually going to play great with the preparation we're making. And so, yeah, it should be good.
Sweet. How is it different being on a NEPA team rather than just a VRML team?
Well, NEPA puts a little more pressure on you, I feel like, because we got more like people watching us, people like take notes on us, but also it's way more fun, I feel like, because like we're getting paid while doing this too. So it's like, it has ups and downs, but overall I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, well, good luck in the Challenger Cup, and we hope to see you guys maybe in Master Tier.
Thank
Bye-bye.
you.
Hello everybody, I'm Aiden VR. Today, I'm reviewing High Voltage. The mans themselves. We have Lulz, Isolate, Glean, Fire Ninja, and Goran Jr. all with me today in the arena. So, guys, what type of training are you doing to prepare for the Challenger Cup?
We're scrimming a lot this week and last week leading up to CC, just to, get ready for what we're going to be playing against.
How are you guys feeling coming into this? Are you hyped or are you kind of...
We're ready! We're so ready! Oh my god! I'm ready to sweep the competition.
Yeah, we're always ready for some extra challenge.
I mean, you guys got a lot of challenging competition. Who are you most scared about?
Nobody.
If anyone.
We aren't. Nobody.
I would say we're not really scared of facing any of these teams. We are excited to see what a lot of them can do. But then again, we'll take our odds over almost anyone else.
All right. And finally, how is it different playing in Master Tier this cycle? You guys have been Diamond up until this cycle. How is it different?
We were Master last
More
cycle.
competition. Ignite is a thing, Ignite comes in, like a reality check, you get up there. Yeah.
And certainly with the last cycle bringing in competition like LA Destroyers and whatnot, things have gotten a bit tougher as things have started to flatten out. A lot of these teams that are on the newer side, especially the NEPA teams, started to gel even better than they were before. So certainly things got tougher along this cycle, but we're hoping that this CC we can bring things back and we can make our way into finals leading up to that exciting 10-team tournament.
Yeah, thank you guys. I've been in VR. This has been High Voltage joining me today. You guys have been amazing. Thanks for coming. We'll see you next time. Hello, everybody. I'm Aiden VR. Right besides me, interviewing with me is Solar P, the man himself. Besides me as well, it's Super Buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing well. So, you're on Team Ding. What type of training have you guys been doing to prepare for the Challenger Cup coming up?
We've done a lot of training. Scrim at least once a week. We've done a lot of work as a team. We've talked a couple times in a VC. It's a lot of hard work.
How are you guys feeling coming into the Challenger Cup?
Well, we're the newest team out there. Obviously, Redshift started at the same time as us, but it's essentially the same roster as 7. We're gonna have to put out the work and practicing more, because all these other teams have had experiences together and a longer time playing.
All right, so Ding kind of being the underdogs. People have been looking down on you guys for a while. How do you feel about that? Like, what's the impact on your team been like?
I mean, we haven't really cared that much because it's kind of just normal for newer teams, but we know we can compete with the rest, and we know where we are in the rankings, and we think we could carry that into Challenger Cup.
Sounds good. Well, thanks for coming again. That was Solar P, and that was Aiden VR, and we'll see you guys next time.
That's just rude.
VRware. Our passion is for the future. VRware. Our passion is for the future.
Hello everybody, I am Made in VR. Today we are interviewing Redshift Caesar, and I am joined today by Solar Pete. So first question for you, Caesar. What type of training are you doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup? What are you doing to prepare?
Pretty much just been scrimming. We normally do like 2 or 3 scrims a day, and we've been doing that since the team's been formed.
How do you guys feel coming into the Challenger Cup?
We're pretty confident, not really too worried about anyone right now.
Caesar, how do you feel about Bangarang? They're above you by 1 spot. They seem to be the only team that is actually above you guys in sort of skill, I guess. What do you feel about them?
I mean, they seem alright. They have a new roster relatively, but they've been playing for a while together. We're not really too worried about them. They're kind of least of our worries right now.
Alright, that sounds good. So that would wrap it up for the rep for Redshift, Caesar. Thank you for coming out tonight, man, and we'll see you guys next time.
Matt still gets a pass across. Zenith pulls off the Dusty. Zenith going to walk this one to the edge of the bubble. They have an opportunity here once again. Leverage takes a shot.
Not going to send it in. Going to do some styling. Going to wait. Oh!
As Kanger sending this one over there to Aiden off the backboard. Shrem now sending him across there to Ender. Crossing over to Cruz, and goal is wide open. As that one slapped back, Antarctic's there on the back line. Antarctic sending this one in. Sugar Fluff One more pass there behind the goal.
Only votes and who people thought would win. And they get it again. And it's going to be the Raptors on the, Mozzie coming in. Mozzie. They got to take this second round. They're going to force a third round on Ignite. That's a lot of stuns coming through. That's the lead.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to dox him and tell him what school you're in, but oh my goodness, that's incredible. And just like that.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome to Venues and welcome to the Challenger Cup for North America. Apologies for the little delay there, just getting things situated on our end and, you know, live broadcasting and all of that. And the players here just trying to file in, get into the match, and get into gameplay mode because guess what? We've got a lot of things at stake, which, well, mainly the finals. The winners here of this Cup two-day event, the top two, will go on to the finals next week for North America. Now, on the match today, the cast, I'm Palador, being joined by Luke as well as Sir Dimwee. We've got Newton Dad on the cams, and we've got Torque on the modding, just in the back line there, somewhere behind the scenes. And I'm sure Wit is also around burping in the distance. That said, how's it going, Sir Dimwee? What's up?
It's going fantastic. I am exceptionally excited for this matchup here. Of course, we've got 3 games, probably 3 games. You could see a bracket reset there at the last game, but 3 games ostensibly in front of us right now. This one, Redshift versus Corrosion. Of course, winner of this game goes on to face Hivemind. But these next 2 games are elimination games. The team that loses here, their season is over. They are done, kaput. They're going to play golf they're going to play 18 holes. Throw on those golf cleats and watch from the sidelines with the rest of us as fans going into finals. So that's how important these games are, and that's the caliber of effort we should expect from the teams. Is that this is the end of the season? If they lose, they're done, and so they're going to be coming in to compete. They know what's on the line, and they know a victory here and then a victory in the next round would get them into the finals.
I'm pretty sure you said kaput. I don't think that's the word, but we'll go with it. Hey, Luke, how you doing there?
Oh, man, I'm doing so well. We saw some amazing games yesterday. 6 out of the 11 went to 3 rounds here in NA Challenger Cup. I mean, that just shows how close and how competitive these teams are. Also worth noting that these teams have never actually faced off against each other. I'm sure they've scrimmed perhaps, but, live matches, Redshift, Corrosion, this is the first time we get to see them fight, so I'm excited.
Alrighty, well, same here. So everyone, buckle in. We've got several matches here today, but all of them are vital to the outcome of these teams' season. Of course, we wish that all of them could win, but not going to be the case. So this is the last chance for these teams to claim their thrones, at least on the finalist end of things, as it will be first joust taken here. Caesar, now left lane clear.
This one caught in that far side trap, set up there. Tortoise sending us into the near side. Nice enter there from Time. That was quick, too. Almost imperceptible how quickly he put that shield up. But this reset gets by the backliner. Void is there. 3v1. There are 2 orange bodies in front, 1 behind. He is stunned out. No contest there. The shot in there. Caesar gets it in. First goal of round 1 is going to go to Redshift 30 seconds in.
Yes, sir, Caesar, and Zux, the indirect assist there with a stun. Enabled all day long to line that shot up. And good start for Redshift as Corrosion tries to catapult here on their first offensive joust.
Void handling this one, sending it quick pass up. Intercepted by Citizen. They're looking at a 3v1 already. Chain returning. Are they going to get back in time? They do. But Zox is going to weave his way through nonetheless. Another 2 points here. Only took 12 seconds for Redshift to convert that one there. Unbelievable. Redshift has a strong start right now.
Absolutely. That's the way you want to get started off. It's always a question, especially because we had a little bit of delays figuring out servers and things like that. Kind of ice a team who presumably both these teams likely doing some warm-up scrims right before, as these high-tier teams especially tend to do before these big cups. So that's always a question of how they're going to open up the game, but Redshift, they're doing a mighty fine job thus far as this clear, this dribble up the floor. They get split up on the stack, but might not matter because it's a first goal now for Corrosion. It's Tortoise right in the goal for the 2.
Yeah, completely uncontested there. Cats got back to the goal, but wasn't able to react in time. Tortoise got that shot in on an empty goal, basically. So Redshift still with the lead, but on their first Joust advantage here as Corrosion cuts her lead in half.
All right, now back into the midfield on this launch. Zucks trying to search for Citizen over there, but Citizen out of the house, I suppose, as Time with some time on their side. Has a goal also on that side, but just past the stride as he flies by. But Time recovers, and now will be a recovery again by the wedge, this time to Cats. Cats finding that tunnel pass, and once again, a little bit of miscommunication, though. This could be dangerous, although they still have a goalkeeper in there for Redshift.
They do, and this is the first time Redshift's had all 4 of their players in the bubble. As that shot comes in from a void, and as they got in there, they were all clumped up. Redshift really needs to clean up their defense right now. They haven't been responsive. They haven't been getting the chains back, and they haven't been setting up. This is a far cry from what we saw at the very beginning of Redshift dominating on offense. So their offensive game is fairly strong right now, although since they've had this Joust advantage, Corrosion got 2 of their own. The passing here, Chris getting through mid as Citizen is going to start walking this one up. Thought about taking that shot as they do kind of fan out in the offensive zone here. And again, I mean, their offense looks fantastic. For whatever reason, their defense is looking a little bit off as Zucks getting stunned out, sends it in, and that gets turned over there. Time with the clear.
No good. Turnover caused there, as well as a headbutt, it looks like. So just past the hands now of Void, hitting the brakes hard and trying to find that disc. They do just that, exploring that goal. 1 in there, and Time with a 1-on-1 and a 2-point lead for Corrosion on blue.
Redshift has no transition game right now. I mean, you saw it again. That was 4v1 against the goalie. They're getting all of them are getting stunned out and caught out in the backfield. And Corrosion's offense, when they're in that transition, are leaving the Redshift players behind. They're leaving them in the dust. That's what's beating Redshift right now. Is they have no transition game. They're looking good on offense, but the moment they lose control of the disc, there's no response. And it's really going to start weighing heavy on them if they can't get that cleaned up. Because you're not always going to be perfect on offense. Sometimes you're going to make mistakes, and you have to have that transition game down. You have to be quick. You have to get back to your bubble and respond to that turnover.
They have to do just that now on the opposite end of things, so a couple in the goal, didn't matter. Zucks finds the tie with a 2. Assist there to Citizen, just hitting that shoulder and rolled it on over a few minutes in and all deadlocked.
That was a nice ceiling pass as well. It was Citizen bouncing it. It was a 4 for him since he was inverted, but it was a nice bounce pass to get it to his partner there, Zucks. So, Redshift tie the game back up here. And no more unanswered points. Corrosion had 6 unanswered before Redshift just tied it up. And Corrosion currently in possession on this Joust advantage. Avoid with it. Sending it up to the valley there into the hands of Paranim. Paranim, of course, was on Overkill to start the season. Recently enjoyed Corrosion after Corrosion reformed later on. This one, though, a slap out of the bubble. Cat sending it up into the hands of a Void. Void now looking for the cross pass to Tortoise, but dangerous as it was. Caesar gets it picked up. Good clear off of a good read. And that one's caught in the far side trap.
And caught by Paradigm at that, but Paradigm getting caught with a stun. Citizen with a disc, and Citizen will not miss that pass. And right back from Zucks, but Zucks, well, unfortunately, a take back by Paradigm. So otherwise some good crosses, but the good coverage coming in. You can see those stacks now trying to gather here for the blue squad, and Citizen trying to avoid that squad as they will not squander this possession. Zucks back to Caesar, and they will reset. Just trying to eye down some careful offense now. Dimwee spreading that floor very, very well, and the defense not all too bothered to be super aggressive yet, allowing them to work this in.
No, they're not, and the defense is doing a really good job coordinating their coverage. When they came in on the 3-man chain, they split up very efficiently. As Zuck stunned out, the cross pass here, Citizen gets it cleanly there as it goes right by the goalie. That was when you would expect the goalie to come out and maybe grab that cross pass. But it gets cleanly there to Citizen. They get the 2 points on the board. Redshift retaking the lead here. And we haven't seen them need to get back on defense since those first couple those goals from Corrosion. But now that Corrosion with the Joust advantage, an opportunity for them to force Redshift to play that defensive role here, as they do get a good stun there.
Well, let's see what happens here. Quick rollouts aplenty, but a Caesar abound. So seizes the disc and sends it over to the midfield, as it will be taken by Cats. Cats, though, over by Tortoise, gets intercepted by Tortoise. Caesar taking it back, slinging it way deep down, but no one really in the area except a pair of blue players who also kind of rush a clear, so a pair of those. And a Citizen right to Caesar now and tap back, so both these teams a little bit frantic, clearly, but also not something to blame them for because this is a high-pressure situation. We're still early in this stream.
We're still very, very early in this stream. As Caesar setting this one up to Zux. Zux encroaching, move it in, brings it in. Oh my goodness. I tell you, I would not have done it. I wouldn't have told anyone to do it. I wouldn't have expected anyone to do it, but Zux does it right there. 1v3.
You were just saying,
he's like, no, while he's coming, I mean, look at the I think the camera got a good angle on it as he's coming in. He was draped. He was draped by bodies. That was unfortunately the replay there for the goal before, so I didn't get to see it there. But on that far side post, the way he jukes by those two players is unbelievable.
To quote you, Dimwee, right before the stream, do it, just do it. That's what you say all the time, right? So I don't believe you. That said, Zux might just do it again with a pass up high. It's going to miss, though, on the cross. A little bit too much mustard. Let's see if they can catch up. It will be Caesar here with that disc now by that pack, and we'll pass it right back to the bow tie. So back to Cats here, and again, the patience.
Yeah, big patience here from Redshift. They haven't needed to play too much defense. I mean, once they get possession, their possession game tends to be strong enough they can hold on. And look at this. They're up by 4. They know they don't need to attack right now. They're going to force Corrosion out of the bubble, which Corrosion has not been willing to do. I mean, you noted it just a few minutes ago. Oh, Tortoise, big stop. Zux, big stun, gets it back, sends it out again. And Citizen is once again going to play the game back here. Going back to Cats, as Cats is going to handle it on the back line.
Playing a little cat and mouse, it looks like there. They're just content with resetting. Some of these passes a little bit frantic, but then they kind of refine their foothold, their stability, say, okay, what do we need to do? Let's back pass, not keep pushing forward when we don't need to. This is where you push forward, because look, you just dragged 2 defenders out of the goal. They do get back, but not in time to save that, and that is how you execute the slow pace, the patient offense, and that is perfection, 12-6.
That right there, that's how you take advantage of your lead. That is exactly how you do it. You force them to attack by running the clock. You force the other team's hand. You force them to become vulnerable. It doesn't necessarily force them to make the mistake, but it puts them into a position to make that mistake. And that's what happened there. Redshift now up by 6 with a minute to go here. That's only 2 goals. So, I mean, there is still time if Corrosion can hit a couple threes here, pairing them across the time. Their time going to reset. And Corrosion playing a little patient themselves right now, not really in a position to play that patiently, as a Void is going to start pushing up, knowing they, oh no, that's not good. Disc is loose. Good pick up there by Time. Time going across the Tortoise, bringing it in. Going to get it in for the 2, but that's still going to leave them 2 goals out here, and we're going to have, I think, less than 20 seconds on the clock. That may have just sealed the deal.
They needed the 3 there. They really needed the 3 there. The clock management, a big part of that last about minute and a half of gameplay for both teams, right? On one side, the clock management from Redshift, excellent. And on this side of the floor, well, they could afford to lose some of the time, but once it got towards that 40-second mark, 45 seconds even, they really needed to start prioritizing a 3-point only. And with that, well, it will be only the first round in the books. And Redshift, they've just done it. We're going to go to the sidelines to Luke, the one you see.
Man, I mean, what an incredible game. I mean, Dimwee, you said it best. It was numbers advantage, it was discipline, and that was happened this entire game from the outset. I mean, how did Redshift score their first goal? I mean, it's worth noting that this was a game of streaks. I mean, we always like to say that, we always like to say, you know, but now we got to see it. 4 in a row starting us off was Redshift, then immediately responded by 6 in a row from Corrosion, and then 8 in a row from Redshift. I mean, they just keep on escalating, but at the end of the day, I mean, sure, 2 points from at the end of that round from Corrosion to end it off, and maybe we can talk about mental, you know, mental game and how much that might, you know, make it an advantage or a disadvantage in the long run for either team, but it's just numbers. I mean, this is what they're fighting for, the master tier, folks. I mean, the top 2 teams are fighting for master tier. We have 3 teams left, still trying to find that second spot between Hivemind, Corrosion, and Redshift, and the winner of this will come top 3 guaranteed, but they don't want top 3. They want to get into that master division. Well, what does it take? It takes discipline. It takes slow passes. It takes quality. I mean, there's always something that whenever I talk with Master Tier players or folks around the community like to say, and I agree, frankly. I mean, Master Tier is about disciplined, slow passing plays. High Diamond's about speed, about momentum, about trying to get there as quick as possible. Don't get me wrong, Master's fast, but it's that disciplined play where they want to bait out the numbers. They want to have that, and that's exactly what Redshift did. They from the outset, their first goal was a 3-on-1. Why? Because of the stuns, because they kept the player back, and then Corrosion changed it up. They adapted, but they adapted maybe too much. They had 38 stuns on the board to only half of that, coming from Redshift. At the end of the day, I mean, Redshift played their game. They played they didn't get caught up in the stuns. They didn't get caught up in the mental, at least seemingly. They had fun. They kept their number advantages even when they were down 2. What did they do? They came back with 8. So, I mean, incredibly great job from both these teams. I want to give a shout out, especially to Cat. Some absolutely clutch saves keeping in Redshift there. But, I mean, both these teams absolutely popping off. We have a pause. That affects the mental game for sure. But, I mean, Redshift doing everything right.
Thank you, Luke. From the sidelines, and excellent points there. And I actually do want to touch on one of those things, too, because it's not, when you talk about the slow game being a staple of the Master tier, definitely true. But, I mean, obviously, Masters can also play fast, and they do sometimes. But the key point about the slow game that you mentioned, it plays a key part in these cups, especially because in the context of a regular season game, you get 1 or 2, or you get 2 matches a week to play, or 3 if you incorporate challenges in the ladder and such. But the main thing is, during the weekly cups for the rest of the season, you're just used to playing the solitary 1 30-minute match, maybe sometimes 2 of them all together. But point is, you're only playing at max a couple matches in a row throughout the week. So you can afford to expend a bunch of energy to be a little crazy, to be a little steezy, and to be all of the above, right? But then you get to these cups. We've seen it in Europe. I've seen it in North America and Oceania as well across prior seasons. But we even saw it earlier today, where the later and later and later you get into a tournament, the more the energy management matters. The things that you did 2 or 3 hours ago when the tournament started might not work the same way because there's not as much gas in the tank by the time you reach hours 2, 3, and 4. So oftentimes, and we've seen it even in Season 0, preseason, as we also call it, where it was a Joker and a Illuminati at the time, where absolutely later into the rounds you get, it's going to be that experience and that calmness and the ability to sometimes turn it slow that will buy you some extra wins by the end. So with that, it looks like the unpause has come here. And just a heads up also for you fine folks at home or wherever you're watching from, we will have some announcements about the finals. A little announcement here or there right in the middle of this stream before our decisive match that determines the second team to earn their way into Masters. So stay tuned for that. But one of these teams is going to be facing HiveMind next. And Dimwee, I mean, HiveMind is one of those teams who was in Master just a cycle ago. And you know how we always say the records can be misleading in the Master tier because it's so skilled? We can kind of see it here. They killed it in the Cups yesterday. They did lose their last match, but they otherwise had great success against other Master teams. I mean, it's going to be a tough task for either Redshift or Corrosion to meet after this one.
Yeah, it is. I mean, HiveMind went all the way to the semifinals, basically. Then are now finding themselves in the bronze match. So the having to fight that team to get past, to get further in, to get into the finals, basically to get into the finals on both connotations is going to be difficult. It looks like we are going to get started here very shortly. Also, I'm going to post a link in chat. Subscribe to the YouTube as we get started here in round 2.
All right, well, you heard the man or the sir, as the case may be. So let's see if they can answer the call on the start of the second round. Well, there's a all too familiar sound sometimes you never like to hear, at least when it bounces out there on the ding. But it will be grabbed by a Tortoise, and first possession still yet going to Corrosion.
This shot on a Void, gets that in for the 2. That's going to be your first goal here of round 2, 20 seconds in. A Void hitting that one. A beautiful shot there. It was assisted by Paradigm. And that's a really important goal there to Corrosion after Redshift taking that first round. Corrosion really needs to maintain their confidence and need to push that momentum in their favor early on here to guarantee that. Oh, that's how you do it right there. They get that turnover, sending it out. Paradigm sends it in. The chain gets her first. Paradigm. Remember the name. She plays both sides of the arena.
Yeah, Paradigm with a great position rebound into the goal. Just right in front. Easy does it. Only thing maybe it could have even done better, The old-fashioned headbutt 3, although I understand not taking that risk. But you see it so much these days. It's kind of impressive almost how much people pull that off when they're in close proximity. That said, this is the start they needed, Dimwee.
Oh, yeah. A very important start here for Corrosion. And one that could absolutely eat at Redshift's mental game as well, as Zux doing all the jukes, sending it up to Caesar, and Caesar just going to plant that one. That is a hard goal to stop there. If you're not already out of the goal before they push up towards the goal, they're probably going to get that one in. They do. Caesar getting it in for the 2. Redshift cutting Corrosion's lead in half this time. As it was in the first round, it was Redshift going up 4 points and then Corrosion getting the 2. And in that scenario, Corrosion got six points in a row. So we'll see what happens here as Corrosion now on the Shout's advantage.
Nice little move from Caesar on that last one, too, coming from the clock, the backboard, also known as, but putting a little, now you see it, now you don't, because aware the goalie, putting the hands in the front of the pocket there, so what do? Kind of feign the dive from the back and then just bring it to the front for a swing-through dunk, or just a hook. Either way, though. Nice stuff, nice awareness, and even better stuff, better awareness. Citizen finding the open goal, and in no time, flattened it for the 5-4 score.
What a shot. I mean, talk about threading the needle. There was very little space. He went underneath the shield. There's someone will be able to remind me of what that's called. It's the opposite. It's basically the inverse of a mail slot. There's a name for it. I can't remember what it's called. Where's Jaywalker? Jaywalker knows
submarine,
what it's called. Submarine,
that's
it.
Submarine, I think.
Yeah, submarine.
I don't know where it originated, but
yeah, beautiful shot.
That said, Avoid trying to take one there. Make it past, that is, and Paranym. You mentioned Paranym, great on both sides of the floor. Well, in great position. And that's a common theme in this stream so far. Paranym just in the right place to make a play happen.
It appears we hit upon some disputed terminology, as there's a lot of folks arguing that it's called a coin slot. So now I kind of want to see this one get battled out. Maybe a death match between the terms.
Who coined that phrase?
Oh my.
Sorry, don't mean to mail it in. But anyways, down the slot, maybe even a shot. Oh no, it's taken back. I'm just going to pretend that I didn't say that. It's Caesar through the left lane, tunnel clear, and into the blue.
That's right, Paolo was just giving us his 2 cents there. As Paranym is going to handle this one on the far side, sending it across to Avoid. Avoid, walking this one up, gets a good pass across. That's to Tortoise, far side. Tortoise has a lot of room here. As Redshift, you see our Redshift playing defense much differently in this round. See, they are in their bubble there. They are set up. They are spread out. Although too many bodies are getting stunned out in the goal there. As who was that? Time was just all over the goalie. One of the goalie's teammates comes in to help out. They both get stunned, and that leaves Paranym the time and space to get that one in for a 2. Corrosion's up by 3.
And Paranym with 3 goals here in this round thus far. So really being the recipient now of a lot of these plays, these assists, some of them just being in the right place, right time, right rebound, as Zux is A-bound into Citizen, who walks it up the floor. 2 in the goal, 2 more recovering for the defense, and we've seen this before. Let's see how aggressive they get, and if they can be punished for it, as Citizen, well, backs it out again. There's that experience, Dimwee.
Yeah, you see, even though they're behind right now, they're sending it back there to try to draw the defense out. But this defense doesn't like to play over aggressive, though they play a little aggressive right there and get that turnover. That was a beautiful execution there from Corrosion as they get it sent out. They have a Chain, try to get away. Chain does get away. They have all 4 players down here. 4v2, long shot, and it gets stopped, set away there. There was a shot by Time and set back to mid as Katz is going to get that cleared.
All right, well, Kat sends it right out of the bag and into the grab. It's going to be Caesar. Sees the open goal. 8-7. It's within 1 off of that. A equally competitive round here now. Both teams just exchanging goal for goal and punch for punch, turnover for turnover.
Yeah, they are Redshift right behind here. There's a nice answer, though we were almost a full minute scoreless. And we are past the halfway mark of the second round. Corrosion with a 1-point lead. They need to win this round, or else that's the end of their season. This round, if they lose this round, that's it. Zux causing the turnover. Disc is loose, though. Will be recovered there by, I didn't catch the player, but it does get sent out there. Citizen sitting it through mid, all the way back down to the Corrosion bubble. Corrosion, though, that defensive chain was already in the area and ready to go. Tortoise gets it picked up. They're going to chain after this one. Picked up by Caesar. Long shot. That one's going to go high. I thought for sure that was going in. Zux, though, near side, gets this one going back across Caesar, though the pass is off the shoulder, and Tortoise gets it collected and cleared.
Well, fortunate for Corrosion that they did not get punished for that turnover, and maybe even this one. Yeah, we'll see. But going for those stacks and dribble plays, but kind of just cleared it right into the mid zone where it's always dangerous, and they will pay at the end of the day. So it's a 1-point advantage now taken right back by Redshift, showing that they indeed have shifted gears, and they are now more present, I think, because we talk about the warm-up present in those first rounds of opening up a stream and things like that. It feels like both teams are starting to settle into their grooves, and the rest of the world outside of it, it's all melting away.
Yeah, bit by bit as look at the try little activity there in the near side too. Picked up. That's one. Tortoise sending it across. It gets stunned out. And it will be Caesar with the scoop, sending it back to that far side trap. And picked up by a 3-man stack there, though. It's going to turn over. I believe it was Zuck sending this one out. That's got a single bounce in the trench into the bubble here. And collected by the defense. Avoid there with it. Corrosion back in possession here 3 minutes ago. They are down by 1. As that gets sent out, that one's going to be a bounce. That's going all the way down to the bubble. And good collection there by Katz, who's going to get it sent back to mid. Picked up by Citizen. Citizen sending that one up, trying to get it to Caesar. Caesar has it, and Caesar turning around, looking for some options. Going to go ahead and back this one out. And I expect a reset here, as they do have the lead, but maybe not. Zux wants to press in. Zux in and Caesar. They like what they see. Oh, big stop avoid. Gets it out of the bubble.
I mean, recognize the one-on-one, and as far as I'm concerned, that's numbers when you got one planted in the goal. But that said, Katz here is finding Zux for maybe another one-on-one, and maybe they will add that up just to get a couple. There's the 2, and slamming through, 11-8. One of the things I need to point out there on that last about minute of play, 3 times in a row there, Corrosion cleared the disc with the intention of having a stack meet the disc down the floor. All 3 of those times, it was intercepted by a Redshift player hanging there in the midfield. So Corrosion is known for their stacks, their fast stacks as they get broken up there, but it is not paying off here in round 2 so far. Redshift has prepared for it.
It is not paying off as, that's sent back there. Nice juke there from Zux as we are in the final 2 minutes here, and Redshift is up by 3. They're playing on the back line again here. Citizen juking at mid. Which you don't see that often, but it is a way to run that clock. Caesar sending it across there to Zux. That shot, though, gets set away and off the lip of the tube there. Zux gets it back. Incidental handoff to Katz. Katz giving it back to Zux. And Zux is going to send that one across the Citizen. They're going to play some monkey in the middle right now.
Man, taking a behind-the-back fling there was Zux, seeing some of those tricks of old. Definitely a player for a very long time, known for some of that steez, but now not the time to pull it off, because guess what? It was saved, it was cleared eventually, and now you brought them back within 1. So got to be careful. It's always the measure of exactly how steezy you get, because before you know it, you're in a 1-point match with only a minute left, didn't we?
Yep, and Redshift, though, fortunately in possession. So if they all they got to do is run the clock here. Run the clock a little bit, get it down to about 30 seconds, score a goal, and you're in a really good position. As Zuck sending us one in. Unfortunately, nobody in the area. Citizen has to track it down off of a few rebounds. Citizen sending us one up. The beautiful pass there to Zux. I don't know how that gets off, but Zux going back with Citizen near side. 40 seconds, and Zux is going to back this one out into the hands of Caesar, and there is no point of no return here. We have all the way down to 0-0 unless a goal is scored as Citizen bringing it in, going across into Zux. Zux bringing it in, hits it for the 2. There's going to be 8 seconds, 8 or 9 seconds. Corrosion has a chance, but it is slim.
Oh, slim are the margins. The last round was all about clock management, and that time managed it pretty well. There's still a little bit of a gap, as you mentioned, so this is going to take a Hail Mary effort on this launch. We talked about those stacks, how they were trying to meet that disc halfway. Well, this time they're going to have to do that. Get out of the gate fast and not turn it over, but will be grabbed Caesar. And they will indeed live to see another day, as it's 13-10, and it will be a Redshift doing the job. Corrosion, a big effort, but they will end their season here.
They will end it indeed. Yeah, Corrosion putting on the golf cleats. Luke, that was quite a round there. That was close and a lot going on there.
Yeah, there was a lot, and I mean, dynamicism is what it came down to. I mean, the teams were counter, acting each other with the stuns, with the stacks. As Pally said, and I 100% agree. I was going to make a comment on it as well before he did, but yeah, Corrosion not able to find those clears. Redshift reading them. Then Corrosion finding a way through using stuns, but the stuns were getting counterattacked too by Redshift. Just was an absolute counterbalance of a match. But I want to highlight one thing and one thing only, really: hesitation. That's what cost Corrosion, and that's where the Redshift was able to get. They were able to get in that mental game. Maybe you could say, well, this isn't the server Corrosion wanted. But you know what? They're pros. They get past that. They figured that out. As we said, they were ready in round 2. But in round 3, especially in the last minute there, they were stacked. I was watching from their POV. They were ready to go. They were ready to pull the trigger, go pressure the defense. And I don't know why. I mean, I wish I was listening into the comms, but I wasn't. But they just didn't. They just didn't pressure, and Redshift were in their head, whether it's clock management or pressure or otherwise. I mean, hesitation is what I feel cost Corrosion that game, but that was from the hard work and the hard dynamicism counteracting Corrosion from the side of Redshift. So, I mean, incredible games from all these teams. The last thing I will say is the difference between a coin slot and a submarine shot is a submarine shot is below the shield, and a coin slot is in between Nugget and the shield. So it's only the pictured corners of each net. That's my opinion. Take it or leave it.
So
Nevertheless,
that seemed to be what got worked out in chat after we commented on it. I was watching. I was kind of following the conversation a little bit, and that's what they did work out. The coin slot was to the side, and the submarine was underneath. So yeah, some clarity there. Thank you for bringing it back up. I wanted to, but then there wasn't any timeout or anything. That was still 5 minutes left in the round when I saw it happening, and it slipped my mind. So awesome that we got back to that point there.
You know what? Male, coin, submarine. I think we needs to be like sub or something short. Sub to us, by the way. YouTube, Dimwee, link. Anyways, that said, that was an exciting match. Corrosion, again, a team by name, by roster. I fully expect to see them here in future cups in the Diamond Division and Encroaching and Master next season. They are a team full of supremely talented players. But for Redshift, congratulations to them because they will move on. But they still got another task ahead before they can feel safe. And that is a match against Hive Mind. That is going to be something else, and that will be next. So do stay tuned. We're going to take a quick intermission and organize our lower bracket finals to determine what our finalists are going to look like here in North America. Be right back.
Matt still gets the pass across. Zenith pulls off the Dusty. Zenith going to walk this one to the edge of the bubble. They have an opportunity here once again. Leverage takes a shot.
Not going to send it in. Going to do some styling. Going to wait. Oh!
As Kanger sending this one over there to Aiden off the backboard. Shrem now sending him across there to Ender. Crossing over to Cruz, and goal is wide open. As that one slapped back, Antarctic's there on the back line. Antarctic sending this one in. Sugar Fluff. One more pass there behind the goal.
Only vote that who people thought would win. And they get it again. And it's going to be the Raptors on the... Oh, Mozzie coming in. Mozzie. They got to take this second round. They're going to force a third round on Ignite. That's a lot of stuns coming through. That's the lead.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to dox him and tell him what school you're in, but oh my goodness, that's incredible. And just like that
game with a teammate holding on. That's going to be a stop. Oh, my God. That's it. That's 3 points.
Bandit back to reality, cutting in. Stopped by that chain. What a defensive chain. They're getting stunned out, but title.
Dancing up, dancing inverted. Gotta get the sun off on fires. What
but that's gonna be off the head.
Delivers over the right side, Mozzie. Passes to Swagwar. Swagwar has Chrome cutting. Chrome. Ignite on offense with the duck is going to be JJ with the drive. Jay going to find it.
Oh, the second one, but there's a long relay play. It connects. Diving in. No way. What?
They have a numbers advantage right now. Toza sending it across there to Boop Boop. Going up to BK. There it is.
Oh, Yo Kings. Look, headbutt. Excellent headbutt. This could be it for them. And it is. Oh.
More dances, so those boots are made for walking, but what will Wazit do? Well, Wazit's gonna walk it in and then score a 2.
Six running in the lead. They're going to be clearing it into that tunnel. Looks like a perfect pass to Orochi there.
Oh.
You know, with the disc. Oh, beautifully played. To Sugi. Sugi looking for the cross pass, the cut.
With the leash, although right there in the hands of Kong. Kong over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker bringing it in. 1v2. Stop there. Cruising.
And it looks like Rosh is going to go for the pass of 10. 10's just going to put it in. Ooh.
It's going to be that green pigeon with an open goal. They have to get a 3. Oh, the whoa!
Underlay will be there really soon. And that said, wow! I'm a E-I-E-I-O.
Sends that one out, but then they have some Voidless. Voidless to VTS King, who sends that one in. Breezebro gets a stop.
You're going to take it right now, giving up a pass and a lot of fakes. But Ryruff, the right stuff. Official match here. Both these teams attempting to complete that process. And what? Oh my goodness, wow! What the? Let's save. A grab back, a save again, and another grab back.
Speedy gets that one picked up, trying to send it out. Oh, the chain gets her, though. Sent in there by Sokka. Sokka.
It's Whoosh getting stunned, so Mamba found the disc, found the shots. It is a great hit from...
Mistake we're seeing again and again. The missed shots, the missed passes. Play up again. This time. Oh, they do not miss. Why are you not excited about how good Gravity is playing right now? No way.
Flying in, getting stunned out. Mozzie jumping in, sending it in. Holy cow.
As that is going to get cleared down the other way, and oh my goodness, there's an open 3, the bounce shot. It goes in. What a shot.
Delivering it in. Swagwar. Oh my god.
Far side picked up by Galti. Galti sees you up for goal. Galti. Oh my goodness.
Kaika maybe looking for that long 3. And he takes it in.
And they're able to get that disc back into possession in Final Frontier and actually pull out
2 more. Unfortunate, the pass didn't quite connect, but they still have an opportunity to back pass. The 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but now they have an opportunity here. Everest now moving forward. They have a 3-point shot coming through. It's in. Oh.
VRware. Our passion is for the future.
All right, hello everybody. We just wanted to keep you waiting on the edge of your seat. The silence, sometimes it's deafening, and dramatic moments like this, with dramatic games like this, sometimes it requires simmering down. I know we're hype a lot of the time, but this is, well, the penultimate week of what has been another ultimate season of VRML Echo Arena Season 4. And right now, the fate of these two teams and their finalist title and their ability to make it to the top 10, it's all on the line right now. Now, on that note, as we do get started here, well, I'm Palador. I got Sir Dimwee casting with me, Luke on the sidelines, Newton Dad on the cameras. And I do want to make an announcement real quick that VRML going into the finals next weekend. We're happy to announce that teams across all our 3 regions will be competing for their share of an over $10,000, not over $9,000, over $10,000 prize pool in cash and prizes, including $5K of that in cash. And that's courtesy of VRML and, of course, our great sponsors in ProTube VR, VR Cover, Syrian Products, Arma as well with those awesome jerseys, HyperX with some sweet gear, and as well 2 new sponsors we'll be happy to welcome on board in Border Foods, as well as Viridis Media. So for more information and a full breakdown on all that prizing, keep an eye out on VRML.com early in this week as we settle down through these Challenger Cups. And with that, the stakes. It is medium rare. Dimwee, how are you doing?
I'm doing excellent, and I'm ready. I'm ready to get into this game. The last elimination game of this tournament. The team that loses here is out, and this is the last team to get eliminated. So this is one of those eliminations that hurt more than most. This is one that when you're out, you can feel that one is because this is if you got one more victory here, you're in the finals. And so both these teams feeling that as they come out on this joust. The neutral joust there, a headbutt from Hivemind, setting it into the Redshift zone. Hivemind is there to collect on it. Captain Will getting the 1v1, bringing it in. No, too many orange bodies around him there. Rye gets it collected, looking for the reset.
1v1 turned into a 1v4 mighty fast, so they do reset the wise move. Don't even know how they maintained that mental fortitude to say, okay, I'm not going to panic here, I'm not going to panic. I can find a back pass somewhere or other, and they do. Sapram finding Captain Will now. Captain Will, nice read by Caesar. Not only a stun, but put the hand in the right place, directly in the lane. But that said, it's still Rye getting it right back, and it's 2 points on the board first after a few different attacks.
That was a fantastic play there by Rye. Orange bodies all around. They had the disc for a moment, and Rye somehow gets in there, gets it stolen, and then gets an empty goal opportunity, getting it in for the 2. Hivemind getting the first goal here of round 1. That's an important goal. As Caesar sends a quick pass there, far side to Zux. Zux up to Cats. Cats immediately under pressure, almost getting away from Captain Will. Unable to. Captain Will is going to send that one back there to Callan. Callan has a lane. Oh, but it stopped there, Caesar. Now Caesar has a lane, sending it in. Oh, off the post. That's a heartbreaker as it's up to the ceiling and in the hands of Callan.
Wow, that was so close, and that would have been such a huge momentum builder for the first goal on that side of the floor. But with that, Caesar trying to capture that disc once more. A lot of players piling up, but they do have that back stack there. Zux and Citizen trying to catch up, but just as well, Callan gets the disc. Good morning, Callan. And will be taken by Cats now, and Cats to the midfield. And Caesar will have a disc and a little bit of calmness now, at least in the sense that no defenders nearby. They can actually breathe for a second after all that chaos.
Now sent in here, looking at, almost said the 1v1, not going to happen. Caesar not able to grab that disc, is loose for a moment. Defense comes out, Rye's going to get it collected here, 2 minutes off the clock. We only have 1 goal yet in this game, as this one gets cleared all the way down into the Redshift bubble. Redshift has to respond, there's a 1v1 in the bubble. A good scoop there from Cats, getting it out to the far side. Good collection, Citizen. Who's going to send this one down to the valley there to Caesar. Caesar wants to dump that one in, but instead hands it off to Callan as they had the chain ready to track it down, but Callan gets it out instead. Rye with the Rye, sending it through that far side tube. Then a careening bounce, getting it caught in that near side trap up to the ceiling. Captain Will sending it back across of Sapram. Sapram getting away from that defender, getting it over to Rye. Rye, they've got an opportunity here. No, holding up. Oh, they get the points. They got the goal. The jukes work. Rye's got another 2 on the board here. Hivemind up by 4.
All right, so it took a few minutes, couple minutes at least, and now we got our second goal, but unfortunately for Redshift, it's still on the side of blue. Hivemind, who, again, they're a team. They were just in Master to start the season, and they lost that status after the Challenger Cup #1, which happened 6 weeks ago. And yet, as we always say, that misleading record. You know, they struggled in Master a bit, and yet here they are lighting things up in the start of this first round and lighting things up in day one of these cups. They are a team to be reckoned with and showing exactly why they were in Master in the first place, as they do capture the disc, though, for Redshift and back at the offense for them.
Citizen sending this one all the way out, looking to get this one down for some players in the area, and it is going to work out. No, it's not. Captain Will gets it, but then gets Captain Will stunned out by Citizen, so it does work out. Citizen down to the floor there to Zux. Zux juking around, gets stunned out as he's sending that pass across to Caesar. Caesar has to track this one down, is able to somehow. And then Zux. But Zux and Citizen had to recover on that one. Zux ultimately getting the grab and going to go ahead and wisely back that one out to Cats as they were getting a little flustered there for a moment. Want to slow this down, refinds their footing. Zux behind the goal there. Ooh, a little bit wide. Into the hands of Zux again. Zux, watch him on that pillar. He did it again. He's done it again. That's what he did earlier on when he had the two players right on him on the pillar, brings it in, and somehow still gets the 1v1 with the goalie. Unbelievable.
You know, for Zux, that's pretty tame stuff there for him. I remember Zux, he was a caster back in maybe preseason or season 1 way back a couple of years ago here and there, and I remember also catching him sometimes in pubs when I was spectating and things like that, and then coming into competition as well. But known as an offensive powerhouse and an offensive steez house, honestly, at times, but really has rounded out that game so very well. A tremendous defender as Cat's in there, kind of ambitious shot there. But yeah, 2 years later, it's great to see Zux competing to be a finalist once again, and that'll be Citizen on a clear.
Indeed, as this one's Captain Will collected on the far side. Halfway mark of this first round, and only 3 goals getting scored so far. That is an exceptionally slow score pace, particularly for these teams, particularly for a team like Redshift. It's Cat sending this one back in, gets it up to Citizen, empty goal. Hits it, top corner pocket, good for the 3, 18 meters out. Redshift have taken the lead, 5-4.
Yeah, starting off slow on the pace, and yet halfway through, now 9 points combined. Those threes will build up some scores in a hurry. All the more. That's a big hit. Once again, Redshift now pulling ahead, but this is a tight match, anyone's game. Launching offensively, it's Rye. And sending it over to the side as Callan just gets it by the defender. And Sapram takes it over with a soft pass that just misses the mark.
Captain Will going to reset that one to Callan as they just break through mid. Callan sending it up to Sapram. Sapram down to the floor. Caesar tried to intercept it, wasn't able to. Then that pass, Captain Will goes quite high, and Citizen will get it recovered, though. It's off of a head and down in the hands of Callan on the floor. Callan up to Captain Will. Captain Will is Rye. Rye was looking at the empty goal, really wanted it. Instead, they got a 2v1 against the goalie there. Oh, you can't let them get 2 players behind the goal like that. You see, there's 2 players stopped up on the barrier before that play even actually unfolds. You can't let that happen. You've got to be quicker than that on the defense.
Yeah, that's Sapram and Rye combo at the backboard. I guess surprise. You don't want that on your back. That said, it's taken here by Citizen. They're going to go right back at it again on this offense. Really quick launch out there. Could have been a one-on-one. However, missing the handles was Zux. A little too much toss on the pass, perhaps. So a turnover as a 1-point game still yet. This time blue side as Captain Will send it right to the side. And the stack meeting it along the way. And Callan 101. He needs some milk. Up by 4.
Well coordinated there from Hivemind to get that 3, and they send that one in. I believe that was intended to bounce off the trench like that as well. Although even if not, I mean, the chain was on its way in. That was coordinated. You can watch the player set up with that shot. They look over their shoulder, look behind, wait for that chain to get together, and then send it out. That's how well that coordination can work out for you. As they get an easy 3 there. They're up by 4 with 3 minutes to go. Redshift feeling the heat right now. A Citizen sends that one back to Caesar. Caesar juking around, going to get this one sent in there to Zux on the far side. Zux as Cat's coming in. Cats has all the room. Oh, the goalie. Right. Unbelievable stop. What a challenge. Gets it sent out. Captain Will with a clear. Is that a shot? No, it's a little too high.
And you know what did that into? Cats switching from one hand to the other, trying to go to the dominant hand perhaps to throw the disc. But that slight move, that half-second move is all it took for the dive to be successful in that occasion. So it's all about playing those margins as Zux trying to hit one right up high on a pass up top to the cross. 2 players meeting it down below. Caesar just losing the handles and a little too fast to catch up to, at least for a moment, as he does eventually recover and reset.
Back to Cats there on the back line. And Redshift still playing this, the collected passing offense. They still do a lot of cycling to the back line, a lot of resets Sending in there to Caesar. Caesar juking around a little bit. Has Callan right on him. Goes back across there to Citizen. Citizen going for the shot. That had an opportunity. Good recovery here. Ooh. Caesar pulling out all the jukes. I want to watch this one back on the stream. I didn't have a good angle on it. Much better. Oh my goodness. That looks even better on the stream. Wow.
That is such a tricky series of moves there. We saw that as well in the last round versus Corrosion. Those kind of moves where you're expecting the disc to go in from one direction, and then what do you do? Well, you bring it around to the other side. Just to trick out the goalie a little bit more, especially if they're not standing stationary there in the goal and not making the dive. You can get so creative with it, and these are a bunch of creators here on Redshift as Rye gets the clear, or actually the pass to the side. Captain Will now with a disc.
Captain Will, long pass across there. Callan trying to get it on the rebound, unable to. A couple stuns coming out. And instead, going to get the reset there with Citizen back to Cats. Cats looking for that clear, though. Rye is right there. Rye, he's always been one of those players that can take those back lines. He's going to play deep back like that. And oh no, disc is loose for a moment. Rye and Supram trying to get back together here. They do. Supram gets it picked up. Oh no, Zox, lost shot. What a play. Unbelievable play there. That's going to put Redshift up by 1. There's only 30 seconds left.
What a hit, Timmy. That is incredible. And that was, you talk about margins, man. That was a hair away from dinging the opposite way and being a done deal on this round. But with that, now they have put on the back pedal Hive Mind, and they've got to get their collective minds together here as they collect the disc and walk it up this floor, looking for a spectacle to finish it off, unless a turnover is caused here with 20 seconds left. Callan now, the time's ticking, didn't we?
Yeah, oh no, and that's not how it's going to happen there. They need to get this through mid. Callan gets it back there on the back line, back up into that far side tip to Supram. 10 seconds to go here. Supram sending it up. They have to get the shot on right now. Captain Will with it, looking to send it in, but there's a goalie in the goal. They're going to have to bring it all the way in. Maybe an opportunity here. The cut, not going to connect. Redshift is going to take round 1, 10-9. What an unbelievable victory there to those guys. Luke, the one you see, tell us what you saw. Sorry, Palador.
Seesaw? Where?
Hee-haw, I don't know, but man, that was a close matchup because seriously, I mean, what is there to say? I mean, it was a game of margins, it was a game of millimeters, it was a game of inches. I mean, at the end of the day, just look at the overall stats here, right? I mean, so rare is it this close. You know how many shots were taken collectively? 12. Just 12. Why? Because these teams are insane. These teams are playing the stun game. Stuns are within 3. I mean, yeah, I have to give huge shout outs to Callan, amazing stun stack breaking, as well as Citizen doing a great job on the other team. But I mean, this is a game of making the tiniest mistake and punishing it, and that's all it came down to. I mean, you look at the score, 10-9. I mean, 6 shots apiece, really? Really? Like the assists are there, the saves are there? Yeah, I mean, I can talk about some amazing plays from Callan or from Citizen. I mean, that long 3 was beautiful. It was a series of stuns breaking the stacks. He made himself open. He had the option. He quickly spun around and shot, bottom pocket for him, for him, bottom pocket. I think he was upside down at the time. But I mean, it's a game of inches. It's who's going to make more mistakes because both these teams are going to punish. So let's see. Will it be Redshift making more mistakes, and will it be a comeback for Hive Mind, or will it be Redshift doing the other verse? And we'll see round 3. Let's find out. Here we go.
Thank you, Luke, on the sidelines. Back into round 2. I'm Palador. Sir Dimwee casting with me, Newton Dad on the cams. This is VRML, and this is the penultimate week, the Challengers Cup of NA, as a takeaway by Supram gets things started, although a ricochet clear might just get back to Redshift here.
Oh, no. Redshift in possession here. Citizen moving in with Zox. Goes across to Zox. Zox. Oh, goodness. They just do it.
See?
Gonna get sued for that one. I just realized what I said. Yeah, they just get it done. Rather, Zox. I don't know how he gets by the defense like that. You know what I mean? Like as a defender, I'm thinking like once you're on the player, you've got him stopped, but he just keeps walking.
Like I said, man, he pulls out all the moves in the books. He gets away with that because he's not Shia. He's just LaBeouf. Got the muscle, got the hustle, and he does just do it. As Zux just getting stunned there, actually, so losing the disc now, maybe right back to Supram. Supram from that tunnel, Supram to the middle, and over to Captain Will, who walks it up the floor. 1 in the goal already. The stack splitting off, but well communicated and well placed, and they won the race. It's Rye. Look at that, 2-2. What a launch that was, and a series of well-executed passes.
They were just flowing all the way up there. That was one. They kind of. They got a numbers advantage, but they didn't really need the press it. Supram ended up behind that defender. After that defender got stuck behind the play, it was really just they inched up a little bit quicker than Redshift inched back. It was a really interesting way that worked out. Of those Zux, wow, just gonna get it done. Just gotta do it.
That was basically a mirror of what we just saw from Hivemind the last play, just minus that initial turnover, so did it in about half the time, but equally nice otherwise with the passes all up and down the floor. Some long ones, but they were accurate, and because of that, they got a pretty nice drive right into the goal without too much defense interrupting the shooter.
Callan trying to draw the defense out, but they got to watch out for play. Oh, you know what? They were trying to get Zux stunned out. Because Zux has been doing so much damage on that forecheck. That's what they were doing. And Zux still in the play. He was stunned out. He's still in the play there. And Caesar ultimately getting that one. Turn around. That's a long shot. Is that going to be on? No, it goes just wide. Oh, and then narrowly careening to the far side. That was almost a flat bounce as well. But Rye's going to get it collected here. We're 2.5 minutes off the clock. Redshift up by 2, 4-2. Hivemind in possession, having trouble getting through mid right now. As Zux, Citizen, this Redshift team are making it way too difficult for Hivemind to get through mid as they get another turnover. Oh no!
Oh, but as you say that, it's Supram with a steal swooping in from the middle of nowhere, and now everywhere on the floor are these players for Hivemind as they won't mind to reset. Right. Trying not to get caught too much there in the middle of the air as Callan going right to Old Reliable. And that's going to be the 2.
Yeah, it is a goal there. Callan gets it in off of the cone on the backboard to tie this one up 4-4. We're almost 4 minutes off the clock, 3.5. Just about as Redshift on this joust advantage. Coming out will be handled by Caesar, of course. They just roll a pretty standard split. Well, the pass down into the valley isn't going to connect with anybody. Instead, Rye gets it there for Hivemind. So Hivemind getting another turnover here. If they can capitalize on this, they can get the lead. As that's Supram handling it, going to back this one out a little bit, try to draw Zux away from the play. Supram setting it up to Callan. Callan, cross pass beyond the goal to Rye, and they get it. And that seems to be what Hivemind's kind of doing right now, is their focus almost appears to be pull Zux out of the play.
Yeah, you know what? Recognizing the hot hands, right? Sometimes you got to be able to do that. Everything you can to recognize, okay, is one player a little bit more on fire than the other as well? Yes, that is the case. 9 points for Zux, the next highest score on the team. Citizen with 3, and Caesar with 2. So Zux definitely lighting things up. Rye, on the other hand, on the opposite side, Rye with 10 points. And that's maybe something that Redshift needs to recognize, because otherwise they can be finding themselves down by a bit more here as another shot goes out. There's Rye. What did I talk about? And it's Rye. Gonna make you cry. It's 8-4 in round 2.
What an unbelievable play. The camera angle there on the cast kind of caught the tail end of it, but you saw you still see it, Rye getting there at the last second, beating that defender. Defender didn't even see the player coming. I got to be honest, that may have been a miscommunication there. That defender probably should have been turned around ready to take the man instead of thinking he could win that race, because Rye was going way too fast on the way in. As Redshift suddenly down by 4 here, although they did win the first round, so losing around here is not the end of their season. Hivemind, though, desperate for a victory in this round as they Supram in the right place, right time. That's what good positioning does for you. It sends it out here. Good chain. Callan has it, open goal, sends it in, and it's
oh my goodness. Oh, what a save, but what an ending. That's a stab in the back almost. Wow.
Gotta be honest, this might be a first that I've ever seen a self-goal with an assist.
Well, first time for everything, and VRML's all about those firsts. That said, that's going to leave a hurting on a team, and just in terms of mentally speaking, what could have been a peak hype emotions going into just deflation there. But see if they can claim another goal. If they can score here, they'll still be fine. There's so much time. Caesar just finding so much space somehow with all of those jukes. And yet there is Rye with a most desirable grab, although undesirable for the opposite team. Citizen will still gather it back.
Rye has been on fire both sides of the arena. Big stops in the bubble, big stops on the offensive side. It's Zux, though, going to get that one in off of Caesar. Good for the 2. They're back within 4 here. Redshift is not out of this round yet, and they are not perturbed by that mistake. There are certain kinds of mistakes that will absolutely destroy your mental game, and self-goals are rarely one of them. Those are more like they're so obvious, so big, kind of so noticeable that your teammates are going to feel there's almost not typically going to be much strife about it. You're going to get more support because mistakes happen. It sucks. Bringing it in. Oh, pocket pick. Captain Will gets that one turned around.
Captain Will just sailing in and stunning, as they will have this 4-point advantage. This might be about to expand. Rai on the cut, trying to hit the goalkeeper. Meanwhile, Callan getting hit in his own right on the QB, but Captain Will still recovers a missed pass, and this will be a recovery by Rai, who does send a bouncer just beyond the reach and a beautiful tap back. Nice recognition to Suprum. I like what Hivemind is doing here, Dimwee. They're not just moving forward endlessly. They're trying to play this cautiously, although the jukes did not work that time around, and that is bound for blue.
Yeah, Caesar with a big stop there in the bubble was able to stop the juke. That is that's hard to do. It's hard to stop the jukes. That's the whole point of the jukes. That's why people juke. As nice setup there, but a good disruption. Caesar once again. This is one of those games. There are so many players that are having such a good game. You can't even call an MVP of this one because they're all playing so well right now. As Zuck setting that one up to Citizen on the far side. Still have over 2 minutes to go here. And oh no, that's just turned right over. Rai with it. Rai sending it back out. There's a 1v1. No, not going to go for the 1v1. Instead, sending it back out. Captain Will sending it back in. That was an opportunity there to push up a little bit further. They had the 1v1 with the goalie, but instead kind of content in playing the ring around the rosy right now. Oh, no.
Well, that they are, but ring around the rosy and right into the goal. It's a pocket full of points, and it's 12-6 Suprum that time, converting. But just like that, we have, a timeout, and you know what? That's a wise time as any, I suppose, because, there's 2 minutes left. Obviously, even though there's the 1-round buffer for Redshift here, if they lose this one, they're still good for a third, but if you can, you just want to close it out here in 2. And with 2 minutes left, down 6, that's perfectly within reach to make up. So I don't fault this timeout. We'll see how it goes for them though as they talk things through in the tunnels.
Yeah, I don't fault it either. This is so sometimes you just can't because if Hivemind even let's say hypothetically Hivemind still win this round, this timeout isn't necessarily wasted. Because the point of this timeout could be just to regain your composure and not let Hivemind run away with it. Even if you lose a round, if you can just get the momentum back to carry into the third round, that's just as important as winning the round itself, in my opinion.
Yeah, while we have maybe a minute or so here, Luke, any thoughts there on the sidelines? Round's coming to a close, but obviously this timeout, I mean, Redshift, they're wanting to put together a late run here. Can they do it? What do they need to do?
Yeah, I mean, they certainly can do it. I mean, as Dimwee said, I mean, every single player is popping off, regardless whether they have 12 points on the board like Rai or 11 like Zux or 0 like Captain Will. I mean, every single player is doing so much work, whether recognized or not. But what can they do? That is a phenomenal question. I mean, Hivemind definitely coming through with the dynamicism, right? I mean, we talk about it again and again, where, at this level, it's all about counter-playing each other, finding the passes, finding the lanes, finding the recoveries, finding the stuns, and that's what Hivemind's doing. The Redshift is getting picked apart a bit. They're covering Zux, as you mentioned. Okay, great. But they continue to do that, and I really don't feel like Redshift has really found the solution. I would say, I mean, considering they're losing the stun game, considering they're losing the shots taking game, where before it used to be neck and neck even for the first half of round 2, is just play your game. Slow it down, play your passing game, find your stacks, because it feels like Redshift is really trying to counter Hivemind as opposed to, really playing the game that they're known for. They're known for their speed, they're known for their passes. Instead, they're trying to counter the plays from Hivemind. I mean, turn it right back on them. Take control, slow it down, but I mean, 2 minutes, certainly enough time to come back. I mean, that's only 3 2s or 2 3s, and I mean, 2 minutes. I mean, hypothetically, I mean, sometimes we've seen games where they score 10 points or even more in 2 minutes. So it's certainly still anyone's game.
Yeah, for sure. And in the meantime, during this timeout, one of the things I actually like to see, obviously in the spawn rooms, you have the entirety there of Redshift talking things over and discussing cooling down, probably taking a drink of water and things like that. Meanwhile, over in the arena, you have Hivemind. They've just been stacking back and forth across the arena just to keep a little bit warm, right? I mean, I'm sure they're also communicating in their private comms as well, but the main thing is recognizing the timeout situation and saying, okay, well, they're going to be there in the tunnel on the other end. Let's at least move around a little bit so that as we come out of this timeout in the next minute or so, we can still be feeling warm and as if we haven't been benched or something for the last few.
Yes, it's very important to stay warm when you get these cooldown moments here, and that's almost sometimes that's kind of the point. You ever hear of like freezing the kicker? As the kicker had been like in American football, the kicker is going to hit a really important field goal that might get them a lead or even a victory. And as they're going up, it's kind of twofold. One, they've been warming up that leg. And so you hit this timeout. So they either have to keep warming up or they risk getting cold. As well, it kind of freezes out the mental game as well. It might get in their head. Suddenly they're starting to overthink it and all that. And that can be the same thing here where Hivemind starts overthinking their strategy. Maybe they were in a flow state and suddenly they have to start thinking, in a more reasoned state, a more collected state. And maybe that's what makes them overthink a little bit as Redshift is going to get a good position. Oh my goodness, not going to happen there.
Oh, that's exactly what they wanted, minus the results. Everything that could have gone right up until that release, and instead, down the other side, if that goes in, that could very well be some early ice there. So that said, they get the rebound. They will be fine, although a little bit less fine than they were a moment ago. With another deep heave, but that's twice in a row. We were seeing some open goals just covered off now, and maybe waving around too much, as that is a grab back and a clear out the opposite end.
You can see what Caesar is doing there. Oh my goodness, that one going just wide of the goal. But yeah, Caesar just basically trying to get away from all the coverage in the goal. Holding on a little bit too long. There was Cats. Rye gets it picked cleanly. And a good recovery there. Citizen in the bubble does get this one sent out through that near side tube. Actually not out. Caught in the trap. Instead of Supram is going to get it collected. Supram loses a handle, but Rye with a good recovery there. Caesar right on his tail. Going to send this one back. We got 40 seconds here. Supram with it. They have to score 3 right now. Redshift does. As Captain Well with Hivemind maintaining possession. Lock shot. Is that going to be on? No, it's going to go wide. Greening in. Is that in? No, just barely wide. As they're going to all have to chain down here, but no one getting away cleanly. It's nothing but single boots in the hands of Cats. Cats stunned out. That was it. That was the last one. That was the last opportunity. There we're under 20 seconds to go here. Hivemind have taken round 2. To Palador, we're going to round 3.
And as a neutral viewer, couldn't be any happier to say that for these teams. I'm sure, though, the adrenaline is at its absolute max. Oh, man. So what an effort there. Hivemind able to come back, secure a doubled-up victory there, 12-6. So well done. Now it's just time to rewind for Hivemind and Redshift as we shift over to the sideline and pick Luke's mind. How's it going?
Man, that last 2 minutes was really indicative of how everyone's feeling the pressure, right? There was almost no passing. The only passing was in midfield. The second there was a sliver of a net from either team, they just went for a shot. There was no, despite other teammates being open, they were just adrenaline. Right, I'm not blaming them. I'm not saying, oh, these players are being bad. And sure, I could say particular, players weren't passing over, but everyone really was just looking and pigeonholing that back, and that just shows how much focus these teams are bringing to the table, how much energy they have to really get it done. Right now, it's anyone's game. Sure, they didn't score the last 6 points. Sure, it's a 6 point. It was a 6 point round 2. So what? Yesterday, we saw games in the second round, one team won 22, or they mercied even, and they still lost. It really can go either way. It's some incredible plays from both teams, but I really just have to say incredible recoveries. Captain Will crushing it on the side of Hivemind. Zuck's obviously doing some magic, but also Cats. Some incredible catches or recoveries there on the back line. You won't see that on scoreboard, but it makes a huge difference in game. So let's see who can pull through, who's going to remain, or rather go to Master Tier Season 5 and Finals.
Yeah, all comes down to this, absolutely, Luke, and will be the third round joust. An immediate score here, could it be? Yes, sir. It sucks. Getting the first 2 points and started out the right way. I was about to ask, I wonder why they didn't take maybe an extra 5 minutes between the rounds. I guess they didn't need it. Nice job to get it done.
Yeah, I guess they didn't, as you say, I guess they didn't need it. They would know better than any of us what they need, and they get some points. So they got what they needed, at least ostensibly. Is Rye over to Callan. Callan back to Rye. Rye gonna walk this one up a little bit. Zuck's on that forecheck. Zuck's been heavy forecheck all game long. Is that one almost in the hands of Citizen, almost in the hands of the intended target as well, but Cats on the back line, going to get it instead. Sending this one up here to Zux. Zux juking around, trying to get away from some prom. Gets it in the near side tube to the teammate Citizen. Citizen wanted to take the shot, not going to take a shot. Sends it across to Caesar as Rye was already in the goal here. Zux on the back line. 1 minute off the clock. Redshift back in possession and playing their game right now.
That they are. This is a return to form of what we saw earlier on against Corrosion, for instance, where they're willing to back pass it out over and over and over as they will go on over. But Rye, that is a gamer boy putting him through the blenders, and another grab by Zux.
That was a reach if I've ever heard one. Zux on the far side was good, though. That was good. Caesar with it. Wants to bring that one in. You can see he's eyeing up that lane. Did not get what he wanted. The defense is just covering too well here as Cat's back across to the near side of Caesar. Caesar duking around Callan, getting us within. Oh, right. Big challenge there. Captain Will tries to cover, but not enough as Citizen gets it in for the 2. Redshifts up by 4.
The start they wanted, the start they needed. Now it's on Hivemind to come back because they're down by at least a couple of goals. 2 minutes in, so a couple points per minute, and this is a good way for either team. I mean, those first few minutes of a round are always so telling onto what you can probably expect as far as the pace, being able to set that tone and be able to establish that first goal and put yourself in that first lead. It can be a big thing momentum-wise as they launch out here, and some nice passes up until the bubble, maybe a little too aggressive, and that is out to the mid.
And it gets through, picked up by Captain Will. Nice little fling around to get away from Cats. Pass up to Supram. That was good communication. Supram going across there, gets to the Captain Will near side. And this is just a well coordinated passing right now. Rye having to beat out Cats. Cats gets Rye stunned out. And Supram handling it far side up to across the Captain Will. Zux though. Big steal there. Clean steal. Gets it off the near side tube. Almost 3 minutes off the clock. Caesar with it. Open goal. Big grab there. That was a no look from Captain Will.
Yeah, absolutely. Captain Will, always a thrill inside that goal. Had Callan as well in there, trying to make mincemeat out of them, knowing that they cannot afford to eat another goal here because that's going to start just a cascade. You see it happen all the time. 3 shots, 4 shots. I mean, all of a sudden, you're down double digits. So they need to find the stability and kind of do, I think, a little bit of what Redshift has been doing on the other end, which is to say, slow it down and find those back passes a little bit when the situation calls. That said, answering the call, Citizen at home in the goal, making his name known.
Fantastic. Sent out to mid there. Zux had it. Supram got it. Supram locked shot. That's it. Oh, bullseye. Look at that. Look at that placement. That's right in the center. Gorgeous.
Or in Suprem's case, bonsai. Bonsai?
Bonsai.
Supreme bonsai. Either way, that is right on the money. What a hit. I know it was an open shot, but you got to add the difficulty multiplier of Challenger Cup plus 3rd round. That is high pressure hit, and they needed it desperately.
Citizen, off the start block, was trying to get it to Cats. Cats ultimately able to recover. Sends it back wisely to Caesar there. The 2 defenders coming out for Hivemind. Hivemind only has 1 player in the bubble right now. That was an incredibly aggressive defense from their defensive reaction from Hivemind. As now a shot goes wide. That's another one we've seen. We've seen a couple from that angle that haven't worked out for either team. Although usually I would expect them to.
Those are tough angles for sure, so it's all about playing those percentages, right? This time, not working out in their favor as an intercept comes from Supram. Supram trying to hit Callan on the other end, but that will just stray right back to maybe Captain Will or Zux, so both of them getting there about the same time, but a clear going out, and we're about the halfway point of this round, Dimwee, and just like rounds 1 and 2 in these early halves especially, it remains mighty close. Really the whole way, now that I think about it.
Yeah, this has been just a close game the whole way through. 5 minutes to go here, and just to remind everybody who's watching, particularly if you're just joining, this is the last elimination game of this tournament before finals. This is the winner here, of course, goes on to the grand finals of this tournament of the Challenger Cup, but this is the last elimination game. The winner here goes to the finals one way or another, and this is the 3rd round, and we're halfway through that 3rd round. Redshift with the lead right now, but an opportunity here for Hivemind. Captain Will gets it in off of the ding into the goal. Hivemind are going to go up by 1 here, 5-4. It took a minute and a half to get another point there.
Yeah, now it's turning into that battle, that war that we know is likely to come. You always hear those battle drums in the back line. You know the players, their hearts, they beat faster and faster as you get deeper and deeper into the tournament. It gets tense. It gets tense. And with that, every single one of these points, I mean, they decide the outcome in these third rounds in this late game. This decides the whole last few months of these teams' season and everything that they've been working up towards, didn't we?
Absolutely. I couldn't say, yeah, absolutely. Caesar sending us one in. Is that going to get lucky? No. Wide. Cat's there. Cat's looking to get lucky. Not going to happen. This one to lose. Cap to go with the pickup. Under 4 minutes to go here, and once again, we're still on that slower scoring pace that we saw earlier on as well. It was Rye with it here, and I've also noticed, Rye not getting a whole bunch of goals recently. Same as Zux, both of them kind of being shut down a little bit, and it's forcing both teams to activate their other players. I'm noticing other players getting more goals in this round than previous rounds. So I think that's what's ultimately going on, is both teams recognized who is getting all the goals, and they're not letting, as Rye sending out Zux at the edge of the bubble. Rye trying to make something happen behind the goal. Callan sending it behind the goal there. Rye, though, had just left and went to attack the goalie, as this one incidentally makes its way back to mid. Uh-oh.
I'll take him back there by Citizen, but you're right. These teams making the adjustments needed. Let's see, though. They can use a goal right here, and if they get it, they got it. It's good. They're up by 1. Zux bringing it back after another minute expended off the clock, so you're absolutely on the money there. Much like Zux, it's the pace has slowed down. And you know what? Just like Redshift has been doing this all day, Hivemind also now playing that game the last few. This is playoff echo in a sense, where it slows down. Like you have playoff basketball, football, hockey, whatever, where it slows down, that experience and that pace comes into play. We see it here in Echo too. That's why it's a sport.
I don't know if I would agree that hockey slows down.
Well, maybe not, but
but the other examples I'll take, as Cass is going to handle this one on the back line. Though I do agree that it works. That's true for Echo Arena. That you have to be able to slow it down there, because speed will get you far. But nice pick off there. Zuck setting us one in. Did they catch him in transition? They did. They did. Executed. Redshift up by 3.
Redshift now, they are feeling the fumes, no doubt. I mean, their tank has to be running, I won't say low, but it has to be getting there, because this 3 rounds after an intense match already against a super fast team in Corrosion, for instance. Now against Hivemind, who was coming in fresh, and they still have some more to go, but they want to secure this spot in the finals, and Ryan now trying to do that for Hivemind just the same. Suprum rolling out, but another turnover, and this is going to be super costly, Dimwee, because the time is going, and the shots are flowing. It's Citizen, the roll, Zucked, the goal, doubled up, 10-5.
Maybe the stream angle was a little bit better than mine, but even on the stream angle, I'm pretty sure that was on its way in. That should, are you disagreeing, Newton Dad?
May have been.
Thinks it was. I think it was too. I really do.
You know, I'll say it's one of those cases where I can only assume.
Critical.
I can only assume.
Yeah.
That no one called it. Usually that's the case. We always say, if you don't call it and I grab it, it's fair game. Like you have to call your shots if it's in, because I'm so focused.
And it would be hard for the shooter on that shot to call that one, because that would have been hard to know whether, because on that bounce on the trench, those are difficult.
Yeah. That's just my reasoning for it. Possibly it looked like it may have been good, but yeah, in the heat of a game, when you're also in the last minute, trying to recognize 3 different threats and also assess whether the goal, your 3-point shot, was in, it can be tough. So it's one of those kind of unspoken, or I guess sometimes spoken rules, where it's like, hey, better call your shots, or if you're not confident in it, then don't blame me for grabbing the disc and securing it for sure. You know.
No, I think Zuck should be fired immediately.
No, or that. That's fair. Skinny, wherever you are right now watching this, perhaps you, sir, are fired as well. Moving on.
But yeah, this is quite the third round. We only have a minute left here. That Redshift goal, that's some insurance, but yeah, this is still a game.
Absolutely, and also smooth riding wherever you are. I have a hunch. I think Gilligan has you beat for once. Which, on that note, welcome to our new sponsors and Border Foods and Viridis Media here for Season 4. Mentioned at the beginning of this stream as well, in addition to our other sponsors here for the prize pool, ProTube VR, VR Cover, Asterion Products, Arma, as well as HyperX, in addition to VRML adding a little stuff of their own. We've got a 10K value prize pool, a little bit over that in fact, as well as 5K plus in cash that these teams across our 3 regions will be competing for next weekend when it comes finals time, championships for Oceania, Europe, and North America, as we find ourselves right here in the deep end of this 3rd round.
Yes.
We do find ourselves here. Only thing I want to say is just incredible job for every single player in this arena. I mean, I know pressures are high, and I know we're looking at the score, and you might be new, you might not know these teams, you might not know these players, but yeah, I mean, Redshift 5 minutes, 88 seconds left as per that goal, minus 18 seconds, so 70 seconds left in this game, but it's still anyone's game, but B, I mean, every single one of these players are absolutely popping off. I mean, the amount of saves, the amount of focus, the amount of energy that these players have expended, whether, you're Redshift and you played a game before, or you're Hivemind, you maybe just played a pregame swim, whatever it was. I mean, every single player is being used, as you both said. I mean, everyone is there. Cats, sure, there are no points, but 2 saves, 2 assists. I mean, every single player is participating, but especially I do have to shout out one particular. You said there's no MVPs. I don't know. Citizen, 6 assists to their name, 7 points. Dare I say it? I mean, certainly popping off and really connecting all that sort of fun stuff for Redshift. Playing that midfield game. I mean, maybe I don't know what position he officially plays, but I mean, he's diming everybody while scoring points of his own. So I mean, definitely big ups to him. But man, I mean. He's playing so good under this pressure. He had some incredible stuff in round 2 at the end, that last minute there. I mean, now he had some great shots. Captain Will, just under pressure, he seems like he's just cool as a cucumber. There's some huge shots from Supreme, some huge plays from every single player. I mean, definitely highlight reel plays from everybody. And I mean, I just also have to shout out our creative team, who puts all these together for CC, for finals recaps. I know the video today came out for a Challenger. Was it Challenger Cup recap, didn't we, or was it Cycle 2? Cycle 2
recap. Yeah.
So I mean, there's also all this amazing work behind the scenes, and I mean, there'll be some amazing highlights from all these players here in the arena today, but. As Jinx says, and as everyone does as the community, also huge shout out to Spark, really making everything work behind the scenes, really making our job easy, making us be able to cast and commentate and look at stats and extra meters a second, so we can find that out because of that. But no rest for the wicked, and we are going right back in the action. 1:20 on the clock. Let's see.
Yeah, money don't grow on trees, so let's go on and into the round 3, the ending minute of it. So thank you, Luke, and thank you, Twitch, and Facebook, YouTube, venues, all of the above, all of the love. Last minute of play, deciding the fate of these 2 teams in Season 4 of VRML. To come back and make it so for Hivemind as a pass goes to Suprum and a snag from Cats. And none bigger than that.
Cats with the save as this one gets picked up. The Suprum across Captain Will. Captain Will bringing it in. Another stop there. Well, ridiculous. This time Zux gets it out of the bubble. Rise looking to pick this one up. Does. Sends this one back across. They have to score literally right now if they want any hope here. They really need a 3. They are only going to have 6 seconds. 6 seconds to score a 3-point goal, which is possible because Redshift's going to have possession.
Wow, those saves coming in. Unbelievable from Zux and Cats there. And also, on the production end of things, don't worry about that. I promise it looked clean for me and the rest of us. That said, the time is about up, and with that... My goodness. Congratulations. Redshift has done it, and it took them everything that they had.
Yeah, it took a lot there, and they're not done. They have another game to get to, but now they can breathe. Now is the point where you can breathe. They won that game. Their season is not over. They are going to go to the final, so congratulations to Redshift. And, yeah, unfortunate there for for Hive Mind having to go home. This is the end of their. We've got stuff to add there. I know we did just come out of that timeout there, but that was Hive Mind almost there. They had an opportunity there, just weren't able to capitalize on it.
Yeah, they certainly did have an opportunity, but I mean, I guess the only thing I do have to add is, I mean, these two teams historically, Redshift wins. That's just all I have to say, and they did. You know, they history, you know, doesn't repeat itself. Well, apparently it does. I mean, similarly close games throughout the season, and I mean, we see it in Challenger Cup. But I mean, incredible job from both these teams. I know I said it again and again, but it really, I mean, I know it would certainly get frustrating, you know, to not make it back to the Master Tier. But I mean, Redshift, congratulations, they made it here. They will be seen next week. Now, who is going to place 10th? Who is going to place 9th? Seating, and that does make a difference. I mean, there's a lot of strategy there that, you know, we will definitely talk about coming into that next game, but, you know, you also have to talk about the mental. Redshift, 2 big wins. We saw earlier in EU, I mean, we stayed with one team the entirety with a bracket reset and a W and a win coming in the top seed from Challenger Cup, which was Team. Team, I mean, they won 4 in a row, 4 games in a row, and sometimes you might say, well, that's lucky.
Team,
4 games. What, say again?
Team, just for clarification, because it gets.
Oh yeah, team. Yes.
Their
to
name
be
is
clear.
Team.
If you aren't aware, now you know. But, you know, why did that happen? Well, dare I say it's because of the mental, right? You play game in a game and you win. You know, you're both getting that momentum as a team, but you're also getting that pressure and you're getting used to it and you're getting accustomed to it. Well, you're a team like Bangarang, who they will be facing next, or Hive Mind coming in, you know, fresh out the gate. They're not used to that pressure yet. They're not feeling it. Yeah, they're experienced players, but I mean, right here, right now. So, I mean, let's see if that can really carry forward into this next round. But man, I am excited for the grand finals of Challenger Cup NA.
All right, same here, and thank you, Luke. And with that, everybody at home, we are going to take a brief intermission here once again. So, congratulations, Redshift, on re-entering here in Master Tier. Again, these players, a lot of them familiar with it. It's not a surprise to see them here, but it is a pleasant thing to see. Likewise, for Hive Mind, I know we'll see them back in High Diamond and likely Master in the future as well come next season. So congratulations to all the players. That said, we'll be back with your seeding match for the finals next week between Bangarang and Redshift coming up next. Stay tuned.
VR wear. Our passion is for the future.
everybody, I'm Aiden VR. Today I'm joined by Light Has Come from Bangarang, the top team on the ladder currently. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
Good, good. Alright, so, what type of training are you and your team doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup?
I think mostly just scrimming a lot. Scrimming, hopefully a lot of like master teams. I think it's healthy to scrim teams that are better than you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be scrimming a lot of master teams, and then I think doing a fair bit of VOD review as well, just brushing up on strategy, potentially scouting the other teams, that sort of thing.
All right, cool, dude. How are you guys feeling coming into this one? Like, mentality?
I don't know if it's quite dawned on us yet, like the decay, it's coming up. I think we're pretty excited. For most of Bangarang, it's been a goal for a long time to make the Challenger Cup since last season. And then this season we made the first Challenger Cup, but then Buchibo, our starting goalie, got injured and we weren't ready to play it. So it was a bit frustrating to have made it and then not be able to play. So now we're just pretty excited that we're finally going to be able to play it.
One last question. So, you guys are top of the ladder currently, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that will affect you at all in this Challenger Cup? Just having that mentality that you are the top team on the regular ladder right now. Do you feel like it's going to affect you guys at all?
It's probably in the back of our head somewhat. I think we don't want it to affect us, but we got to beat master teams to get in. And I think we don't really feel like we're top of the ladder quite yet because we're technically one place down. So I don't think it'll affect us too much. Like any team can win. Any of the teams in the Challenger Cup, they can win if they play good. So it's just going to be about who shows up and plays the best.
Yeah, all right, definitely. Yeah, thanks so much, dude. I've been in VR, and this has been Bangarang's interview. See you next time. Hello, everybody. I'm Aiden VR. Today we are interviewing Redshift Caesar, and I'm joined today by Solar Pete. So, first question for you, Caesar. What type of training are you doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup? What are you doing to prepare?
Pretty much just been scrimming. We normally do like 2 or 3 scrims a day, and we've been doing that since the team's been formed.
How do you guys feel coming into the Challenger Cup?
We're pretty confident, not really too worried about anyone right now.
Caesar, how do you feel about Bangarang? They're above you by 1 spot. They seem to be the only team that is actually above you guys in sort of skill, I guess. What do you feel about them?
I mean, they seem alright. They have a new roster relatively, but they've been playing for a while together. We're not really too worried about them. They're kind of the least of our worries right now.
Alright, that sounds good. So that would wrap it up for the rep for Redshift, Caesar. Thank you for coming out tonight, man, and we'll see you guys next time.
Matt still gets the pass across. Zenith pulls off the Dusty. Zenith going to walk this one to the edge of the bubble. They have an opportunity here once again. Leverage takes a shot.
Not going to send it in. Going to do some styling. Going to wait. Oh!
As Kanger sending this one over there to Aiden off the backboard. Shrem now sending him across there to Ender. Crossing over to Cruz, and goal is wide open. As that one slapped back, Antarctic's there on the back line. Antarctic sending this one in. Sugar Fluff. One more pass there behind the goal.
On the vote, and who thought would win? And they get it again.
And it's going to be the Raptors. On the Mozzie coming in. Mozzie. They got to take this second round. They're going to force a third round on Ignite. That's a lot of stuns coming through. That's the lead.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to dox him and tell him what school you're in, but oh my goodness, that's incredible. And just like that
game with a teammate holding on. That's going to be a stop. Oh my God. That's it. That's 3 points.
Bandit back to reality. Cut again. Stopped by that chain. What a defensive chain. They get stunned out, but title.
Dancing up, dancing unverted. Gotta get the sun off on fire is one, but that's going to be off the head.
Delivers over the right side, Mozzie. Passes to Swag War. Swag War has Chrome cutting. Chrome. Ignite on offense with the duck is going to be JJ with the drive. Jay going to find it. Oh,
the second one, but there's a long relay play. It connects. Diving in. No way. What?
They have a numbers advantage right now. Toza sending it across there to Boop Boop. Going up to BK. There it is.
Oh, Yo Kings, look. Headbutt. Excellent headbutt. This could be it for them. And it is. Oh.
More dances, so those boots are made for walking, but what will Wazit do? Well, Wazit's gonna walk it in and then score a 2.
6 running in the lead. They're going to be clearing it into that tunnel. Looks like a perfect pass to Orochi there.
Oh.
With the disc. Oh, beautifully played. To Sugi. Sugi looking for the cross pass, the cut.
With the leash, although right there in the hands of Kong. Kong over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker bringing it in. 1v2. Stop there. Cruising.
And it looks like Rush is going to go for the pass of 10. 10's just going to put it in. Ooh.
It's going to be that green pigeon with an open goal. They have to get a 3. Oh, the wall.
Underlay will be there really soon. And that said, wow! I'm a E-I-E-I-O.
Sends that one out, but then they have some Voidless. Voidless to BTS King, who sends that one in. Breezebro gets a stop.
You're going to take it right now, giving up a pass. And a lot of fakes, but Ryruff, the Rise stuff. Official match here. Both these teams attempting to complete that process. And what? Oh my goodness, wow! What the? Let's save. A grab back, a save again, and another grab back.
Speedy gets that one picked up, trying to send it out. Oh, the chain gets her, though. Sent in there by Sokka. Sokka.
It's Whoosh getting stunned, so Mamba found the disc, found the shots. It is a great hit from...
Mistake we're seeing again and again. The missed shots, the missed passes. They have again, and this time, they do not miss. Why are you not excited about how good Gravity is playing right now? No way.
Flying in, getting stunned out. Mozzie jumping in, sending it in. Holy cow.
As that is going to get cleared down the other way. And oh my goodness, there's an open 3. The bounce shot. It goes in. What? What a shot.
Delivering it in. Swag War. Oh my God.
Far side picked up by Galti. Galti sees the open goal. Galti. Oh my goodness.
Like Kaika, maybe looking for that long 3. And he takes it in.
And they're able to get that disc back into possession in Final Frontier and actually pull out.
2 more. Unfortunate the pass didn't quite connect, but they still have an opportunity to back pass. The 3. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but now they have an opportunity here. Everest now moving forward. They have a 3-point shot coming through. It's in. Oh.
All right, hello everybody. Welcome back to VR Master League, and we are in our Challengers Cup in the finals of the upper bracket officially now. I'm Palador, being joined by Sir Dimwee on the cast, as well as Luke on the sidelines. Newton Dad is on the cameras, and here we are, Redshift, who is fresh off their victory to claim their slot in Master Division, as well as their spot in the finals next weekend. Well, they've got a tall task against this very sturdy Bangarang team, who absolutely killed it yesterday in some of the most exciting matches that you will see here in Echo Arena. With that, Sir Dimwee, thanks for joining me. I'm going to let you take this away because we are going right into the round. Both these teams finalists now. This is just to determine the seeding in finals.
Yeah, just to determine seeding, who's going to be 9th and 10th, as it will be H-Money here for Redshift, getting that one off of the neutral jowl, sending it up. Zux has it. Zux turning it around, looking to send that one in, does get it to Caesar, and just like that, Redshift, half the first goal here of round 1 over Bangarang.
Okay, well, I know we were a little bit out, 15 minutes, maybe a little more since that last match, but apparently they're still just as fresh because they scored in no time at all.
So now it's going to be Bangarang on this joust advantage. Coming out here, their first joust advantage of this game. Ryruff to Wet Taco. Wet Taco stunned out before he can get that pass off. H-Money looking to track it down. It's going to be a race. It'll actually be Citizen with the collect. Citizen now sending it near side. Sending it into the trench instead, and a good defensive chain to pick that one up. That was Light has come. Got the hand on it, but scooped it into the hands of Citizen. Citizen sending this one back into Zux. Zux wants to bring that one in. Goalie is out. Goalie tries to go for the headbutt there. That was Ryruff in the goal. Got stunned out, but Zux gets it in for the 2. Redshift's up by 4.
Once again, good start for Redshift, and for Bangarang, I know they had some warm-up scrims before. At least I'm pretty sure they did. Saw a ping somewhere or other. But at the moment, not able to get off to the start they wanted. So after a pair of assists and a pair of points the opposite way, they need to stop this before it becomes one of those wounds they need to close.
Big bot to Ryruff on the back line, and then Bangarang all pushing in. They just, what's the word I'm looking for? They compress. They just compress. Look at that, beautiful execution there from Bangarang. That was just perfect compression. They didn't even look for a numbers advantage. They drew the defense out and then compressed with the defense on the way back in, which allowed them to execute on those lanes. That was well done there from Bangarang.
Absolutely. So first score after a couple of minutes in for this Bangarang squad. They have been on the rise for more than just this season. These players have been definitely establishing their names across VRML multiple seasons long. So it's nice to see fresh faces continually entering Master Division, as that shot may be entering the goal, but not so, as it will be Taco with a back out to Big Bot. And now Light has come with a steal. It's Citizen, the 3, and that is a great deal of points going the way of Redshift again.
A big play there by Citizen, getting that one in for the 3 off of that clean steal. As Redshift up by 5 here. Bangarang, this is one of those moments you wonder if, because Bangarang may be coming in a little bit cold. They probably had a warm-up game, but still probably coming in a little bit cold. Redshift off of 2 victories. Those are very different dynamics to be playing from, as Wet Taco has to recover this one in that near side trap. Big pass across there to Big Bot, the far side. Big Bot moving through that far side tube. Pass up into the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff over to Light has come. Light has come. Get ahead and reset that one. Very aggressive is Redshift, and it works out. Zux gets that grab, set out. This one into the bubble. Good defensive chain, though. Very quick there. Big Bot gets Big Bot. Ryruff got back there. Big Bot stunned out. Ryruff with a good recovery as Light has come, gets stunned out by that attacking chain. Zux with the pickup here. Redshift back in possession.
And Zux with a few maneuvers just dumps it right back out to H-Money. H-Money finding a pass down to the cross wedge. And here is Redshift, who, as we've seen, they will cycle that disc and they will find the goal, taking advantage of those numbers opportunities.
And that send in there. Zux hits it. Top corner. That's a 7-point lead here to Redshift. As yes, H-Money is in. I believe H-Money is the intended player. Cats was in for H-Money. They brought. Good.
I saw in the chat there, apparently Cats might have been having one of those Michael Jordan flu games of sorts. Either way, maybe taking a breather, taking a rest, but no rest for the Wicked once again as Big Bot hits the shot.
Yeah, beautiful goal there. Bangarang, second goal on the board here. Down by 5, but cutting that lead down a little bit as 4 minutes off the clock. Redshift going to come out on only their second joust advantage here. I believe their second joust. Yeah, it would be their second. as Redshift, Caesar, sending it near side into the hands of Zux. Zux going up, out of the reach of the intended target. It will turn over. Good chain there to pick it up. That's Ryroff and Big Bob, but they get stunned out as they send that one away. Too many stuns in the backfield. No, not a single Bangarang chain was able to get away there. Was that one player shut it? No, there were two players up there. Unbelievable, though. 4v2, and that's going to not work out. Redshift the shot off of the post and back out.
Well, you called out those shots earlier on, too, right? Those tough angles. A tight one to make a shot from. That said, swinging around on the carousel, and just as well, getting stunned right below, so leaving him well done and cooked as it's taken here at the outer edge of the bubble. Right back from the shoulder. H-Money couldn't find it. It bounces a little funny as it goes to the wedge. Now another stack, short range. We'll try and dribble up the floor, but a leech from Citizen knocks a couple of skulls there at the opposite end. And the screw's loose, and so is the shot, but Citizen will not lose, and that's out of there.
Yeah, big stop there, Citizen. That was a 4v1 situation. They took that long shot, thinking they could get the empty goal. Not going to happen, though. Over halfway through this first round, the send back. That's not good. H-Money gets there, hits it. That's how you punish. Redshift up by 7. Bangarang has to watch out. This is when the mental game can start running away from you. You got to clean this up.
We've seen a few of these. That one coming right before the goal. We've also seen at least one or two on the joust where it seems like unforced errors to a degree at the very least. Obviously, these players at this level, supremely skilled mechanically speaking, but yeah, just need to clean up, as you said, or else that could definitely be a ugly last 4 minutes. And they're trying to do it here. They did it. Wow. It was great. Light has come, and they're bringing light to the squad to try and save off the tilt. That's good stuff from them.
That's what we're going to be looking for from Bangarang right there. See, Wet Taco under the goal there had Redshift panicked. Every single Redshift player attacked Wet Taco under the goal, and Wet Taco wisely sends that one more pass there to Let Us Come, who gets that goal in. That is well executed there from Bangarang. Long shot! Oh, that one barely, but narrowly off of the shield there. Let Us Come, good slap to recover, gets this one into the near side trap. It's Caesar in the trap, gets it picked up, sends across there to Citizen. And Citizen going to slowly maybe walk this one up. I would expect Redshift to start playing that more patient game with this lead, although Citizen going to continue to walk up, though, opts for that reset now to Caesar.
You know, with how Redshift has been playing this tournament, I know Bangarang is the fresh squad in terms of they haven't been playing the last couple of hours, and yet for Redshift, goes back to that theme, Dimwee. They've been playing this game, willing to back pass and find those numbers advantages once they drag the defense out. They do it again. And because of that, even though they played a few matches, I feel like, can't speak for the players, but in theory, their energy is probably decent right now because they haven't been going totally ham when it comes to their offense or defense. You know, they've had a lot of those resets as well as timeouts throughout this match and the stream. Just take a breather. So it's nice management of their workload.
Yeah, and it makes sense as well. So Let Us Come, looking for the cut. No, going to bring it in. Had the lane. You know what happened? I believe Redshift's defense set up for the cut, and I think they overcommitted to that cut. That's Let Us Come read it. Beautifully saw he could get that lane narrowly, but still got it. Hits the far side corner. That was a good goal there. Bangarang back within 5.
Yeah, just brought it right up close. So 2 minutes left, and it's still anyone's match here, especially if another turnover is caused. We'll see. There it is. So just as surely as anything, those games of runs, as we see here, Light Has Come, making a run into the goal, and it's going to be good within 3.
That was just Light Has Come breaking the ankles there. Was that Citizen?
Toro.
It was, yeah. He just took him to school, and he learned him a thing or two. Bangarang back within 3 here, less than 2 minutes ago. It's Redshift still on the lead, but this lead is starting to run away from them. They can't afford another turnover. There it is. Big bot off the ceiling. That's not going to happen. What are you doing, man? Caesar picks that one up and sends it back away.
Then we need to stop saying they can't afford turnovers because we just said that each time. So anyways, back to the side of Bangarang. A minute 20, they realize clock management is a factor, but not so much so that they can't slow it down enough for a good lineup and maybe waiting for their stacks. Could it be a shot? Well, it could have been, but H-Money is there guarding the back line.
The second time Bangarang just handed that over. Light Has Come, got a big interception there, but Citizen with the steal. Sending this one out to roll. A bit of a hop at the end there. But Wet Taco gets it picked up here. Less than a minute to go. Bangarang getting to the point where they're going to need a 3, although they're not quite there. But if they don't move up fast, they're going to be there. As Ryruff looking to clear it out. They have a chain in. They send it up. It's going to bounce around the bubble there near the goal. No, sorry. It goes off the side of the backboard. A stun there on the far side of Wet Taco. H-Money gets a grab, sending it out, but they're in the hands of Ryruff. They are at the point now where they're going to need, they don't need a 3. Actually, they have some time, but they got to score right now. It's not going to happen. Now they need a 3. There's no practical time left. They absolutely have to get a 3 here. If they hit 20 seconds, there's no other there's nothing else that'll work but a 3.
Yeah, out of practical time, mathematical time, and seeing if they can find maybe a dime over to Light, and Light from the back, and to the delights, it's a tie! It's 13-13! My goodness, we are going into an OT perhaps in the next few seconds. What? What?
I can't believe Light has come.
Is this a deja vu of yesterday?
Light has come. Light has come. Remember the name. What a goal. You see, he hit the corner of the cone. Like, that wasn't even a clean cone shot. Unbelievable goal. Oh, man.
The cone. He got the cone. I scream, you scream, and all that. It's 13-13, 2 minutes on the clock. Dimwee, sudden death. Here we go.
H-Money with it, bringing this one up, sending it up in the hands of Caesar. Caesar looking to send that one in, does go down, misses Zox, but gets it to Citizen. Citizen wants to bring that one in. Big stop, big bot. Gets it sent out. They've got a chain to pick it up. Picked up there by Ryruff. They get it cleared out. They're going to chain all the way down. They're down there cleanly. No one getting to the disc. Oh, the backup. Let us come again. Wins the round for Bangarang. They taking an OT. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Light has come back for Bangarang. Wow. Luke, what did you think?
Oh my goodness. I thought, what a round. I mean, I was ready to talk about how Redshift played their game perfectly and executed and all that sort of fun stuff, and they did. They did so many things right. I mean, some incredible, starting strong, some clean steals, H-Money coming in, replacing Cats. Some great clutch saves from Citizen. They kept on keeping up the numbers advantage. They played their game. They played disciplined, but it doesn't matter. Because Light has entered the building. He's arrived. He's here. And he came in huge. I mean, 11 points to his name. Points leader in the arena. Unquestionable. Unquestioned. I mean, but I mean, just the teamwork. I mean, this is what I do want to say. I mean, Bangarang, that's what they were doing all game. They were playing catch-up. But they were playing catch-up in a way that I think went under the radar. Every single time, Redshift would play the numbers game. They'd play the slow game. They'd finally get that goal. But Bangarang would counterattack when they got the joust advantage in like 10 seconds. 20 seconds tops most of the time. So that's what they did. They came in, it came down to the line. But let's see, can they get that top seed in round 2, or will we get to see a round 3? Let's find out.
Oh, I know what I'm hoping for, but let's see how it goes. So thank you, Luke, on the sideline. H-Money gets the first grab. Caesar back passing here. Dimwee, I'm hoping this second round is just as good as that first one was, as the first pass goes, and just because they'll dunk it in right at the feet.
Yeah, Redshift just cutting through the defense like a knife through butter, like a hot knife through butter, as they get that one in 12 seconds. Redshift get that first goal, but last round showed Redshift can't just get a lead. They need a substantial lead, and they need to hold it the whole time. This Bangarang team is just too good. They will come back on you. As Ryruff has room, gonna walk this one up. This is interesting. All night, we have seen Zux on the aggressive forecheck on those on Redshift's defensive rollouts, and not there. You know what? They haven't played back. You know what? Now that Cats is out of the game, H-Money's playing up. Zo lock shot. H-Money gets it picked up, sends it in for the 2. Maybe I think that was going to be off the barrier. Okay, yeah. Clean play there from Redshift. They're up by 4.
Yeah, that definitely playing those margins, but a good start here for Redshift. A signal, if you will, that they are not too deflated either. Overtime losses can definitely be tough. Mentally speaking, of course, there's a lot of comfort there just in the sense that they know they've already secured their master tier and their finalist badge and all that good stuff. But at the same time, obviously, they want their run to keep continuing here. and keep them pressing. So with that, they'll be pressing this advantage now for Redshift, and maybe, like we said, see that round 3 yet as they just blitz across the floor, and this is going to be an open goal, and what an angle. H-Money gets it done.
Yeah, nice steep angle shot there. Good for the 3, 9 meters out. Redshift taking a 7-point lead here, 2 minutes in. 2 minutes in. Redshift has a 7-point lead. That is substantial. I said at the very beginning of the round, I said Redshift can't just get a lead. They need a big lead and they need to hold it. And they got the first half of that already. This one gets cleared all the way. Oh, and that's a turnover there. Citizen in his own zone. Looking to send this one up into the hands of H-Money. H-Money is going to take that shot. Don't know why he would take it. That chain was prepped and ready. They were on the nugget, too. He definitely saw them. So maybe a little too ambitious.
Yeah, there was a couple chains. That other one was also right back and zooming across the floor. So maybe a little miscommunication. But, of course, it's going to be fine by Bangarang because this is going to give them an opportunity to get those first points, which is unusual to say. You'd think, I mean, we're almost 3 minutes in, and you'd think after a thrilling comeback and overtime win, they would just come out, with a bang. But instead, it's just been all Redshift in round 2.
Yeah, it really has been. As this gets cleared in, they're going to have an opportunity here. Picked up by H-Money. H-Money juking around. Going to get by that defense. Maybe, no. Went for the cross pass to Caesar, but Caesar was already stunned out at that point. It's clear, though. Not clean. Zuck gets it picked up. Near side pocket. Back across there to Citizen. Citizen setting it up to the ceiling into the hands of Caesar. Caesar juking around. Going to pull Lightus come out of the bubble. Sends it in down to the floor there to Citizen. Sending in the shot. That was stopped, and then H-Money with a quick pickup. Bringing it back in. Back across Citizen. Going behind the goal there to Caesar gets it in. Points are points. They're going to go up by 9.
Yeah, softly laid it in there as if they were building a taco, I suppose. But 9-0. What can you say except hats off? It takes a lot from a team, mentally speaking, to just be able to come out, again, this solid, more than solid, in fact, after that OT loss when they felt like they had it in the bag in round 1. So Bangarang, they're kind of putting themselves in a position here as another shot. Could it be? Man, oh man. Bangarang's putting themselves in a position where they'll have to be making a second half comeback kind of like the last round.
Yeah, and I mean, you know what? If there's a team that's going to do it, though, it's certainly Bangarang. As that's a crosshair Citizen. Citizen loses a handle on it. Nice slap there to get it in. Oh, my goodness. That's playing off balance, and you get the points anyways. 11-point lead here. We're not even halfway through the second round. Redshift is dominating right now.
Absolutely. 11 points, so 1-1. They're giving the Canadian team the hockey sticks, didn't we? I guess context.
Yes.
All of Bangarang, as I learned only 20 minutes ago, all of them are Canadians. Did not know that. But how pleasant. That said, it's going to be back here into Redshift's arms, maybe just for a second off a turnover. We need to do something, because otherwise we're about to go to a baker's dozen off a Joker train. But Light has come, deny that attempt, suffice to say.
Yeah, Light has come, shall not suffer a Joker train to live, as H-Money's going to get this one in for the 2. Halfway through this second round. 13-point lead to Redshift. This is a pace.
Thou shalt not suffer the Joker train, Dimwee, 2021.
Indeed.
Well, 13 Baker's dozen. 4:45, and let's see what's coming here. If it's gonna be another comeback, Bangarang basically has to start making their move now. I mean, 13 points is not too much to overcome in half a match. Because, Redshift just did that in half a match. So, eyes wide. This could still be another one of those exciting finishes, but we'll need to see some signs of life here.
What was that? What's going on there? Was Zucks hiding? What's Big Bot doing? It's not the time to be going for those. It's H-Money over to Citizen, unless, assuming he didn't see Zucks. It's Caesar now sending this one across to Zucks. Speak of the devil, Zucks going to encroach on the bubble. Big up to Caesar. Kaboom. 15-point lead. We still got 4 minutes to go.
They are absolutely rolling now. 15 is an unbelievable count to be putting up here against Bangarang, who went undefeated in day 1. They've been on the rise for multiple months, seasons now, as players, as a roster. I mean, I don't know what to say. It's just a dramatic shift. It's a red shift, didn't we?
Indeed it is. Indeed it is. A points opportunity. There they go. They finally get their first goal of the game here. 6.5 minutes in. They cut that 15 lead down to 13. Bangarang, they've got to figure something out here. They still have time. This is still a possible game. They still need 5 goals. But that's still possible. They have plenty of time on that clock. They just got to start executing again. I'm not sure what happened between the end of the second round or the end of the first round and the beginning of the second here that Redshift is just dominating. But, oh, there's a big pickpocket there. Wet Taco walking this one up as Light has come across. Light has come, they're stunned out. Wet Taco hits it. Beautiful shot there. They're back within 11.
And Citizen mimicking some running there on the way. Unable to catch up to the toes, though, as Wet Taco puts it home. So there's a couple of points now in a very short order. The time is still not all that conducive to a comeback, but it's there. So, hey, it's starting now. A reminder that, again, these two teams are already going to be finalists guaranteed. It's just a matter of seeding, and whichever team can win will have a anomaly first round. Correct me if I'm wrong.
I wouldn't be able to at the moment. As Light is coming, is going to get this one sent all the way down. Luke verifies it there for us, and it looks like defense is going to get there first. That is Citizen picking the disc up and going to take his time here. They know they can just run the clock at this point. A minute ago they were probably thinking mercy, but now with the 4 points on the board, only up by 11 at this point, they would need 9. Well, there's 2 of them. So H-Money gets it in. They're back up by 13 with 2 minutes to go.
Okay, so back on the board. Took them a couple minutes there after otherwise a really hotly scoring round. Grammar, I feel like. But that said, 17-4, big effort put together by them again. So the winner will have Anomaly first round. The loser of this game will have Kangarillas in the first round. I mean, either way you cut it, you're talking tough teams in the top 1%. But of course, these performances matter as much as anything for all the viewers at home and for these teams to feel good going into the finals.
Now that's Big Bot. They're at mid. In the hands of Wet Taco. Wet Taco sending this one up. Light has come. Yeah, Light has come down to the floor. Ryroff, a shot there. Citizen stops it, sends it out top of the nest there. It is now making its way back to mid. Citizen with the pickup. Minute to go here. We are out of mathematical time. Is this one? Oh, narrowly missing the goal. Because we need 4 goals. Yeah, 1 minute was the point of no return. That is it. Round 2 in the hands of Redshift, no matter what happens here. Nice little setup there. Caesar to H-Money. Excuse me, H-Money to Caesar. They retake that 15-point lead. Only going to have about 30 seconds or so on the clock once you come out the tubes. 34, it looks like. But yeah, round 2 in the hands of Redshift.
All right, and with that, so as you said, a guaranteed round 3 about to come in the next couple of minutes here. And on that note, should Redshift take a victory, because Bangarang did have the winner's advantage from day 1 going undefeated here, there would be a reset on the brackets as maybe that was about to set into the goal off that bottom boop shot as will be sent instead on a clear and recovery by Zux on the interception.
Zux sending it up. Citizen with it. Citizen bringing it back around into the hands of Zux. And Zux back in. Citizen bringing it in. And that will end the round as a clear coming out there. Wet Taco sends it away. Round 2 in the hands of Redshift. We are going to round 3. Luke. What happened?
Man, momentum happened. I mean, I thought this round might go the other way from a really clutch, overtime win, but the momentum game, the mental game is what happened, really. I mean, Redshift, they did what we said. I mean, we said it in the previous couple games when they were playing against, oh gosh, I don't even remember, Hivemind and previous to that, Corrosion. I mean, they just need to play their game. They did. They did exactly that. I mean, Bangarang couldn't find footing. I mean, yeah, they got some points on the board. A great job from them. But, I mean, Redshift just played their game. I mean, 3 minutes in, they were already down 7. Halfway through, they were down 13. And at the end of the game, they were down 17. So, I mean, or 19, rather. I mean, they continued their pace. They just played their game. They found the passing options. They found the ways to win, and they did it. And they executed. I mean, notably, they also shut down the key players of Bangarang. They didn't allow Latest Come to do anything. I think he got 1 save that game. Otherwise, he was stunned. He was taken out of the play. He was held back. I mean, they didn't allow, Wet Taco, the only person scoring, making any real impact there. 4 points to his name. So, I mean, Redshift just shut down Bangarang from the core. Let's see if Bangarang can react, and let's see if we do get the bracket reset, or if this is it, and we get to see the final seeding.
All right, thank you, Luke, once again, as we'll get a good look at this first joust. It's taken by H-Money, has Elidas come and Wet Taco there trying to contest just as well. It's Big Bot trying to contest that one. Citizen, though, squeaking away, but eking out that play. It's Rye Ruff sending it on its way, and they will try and get their chains together. Back down the floor, a few players from either team meeting in the middle, as Big Bot sends it right down the middle, and right down the middle of the goal. Rye Ruff, what a shot, right as the stun came through.
That's a really big goal here to kick off round 3. Bangarang, is that the first lead they've had this game? I think it is. Or did they get the lead in the second round? No, Luke. I see Luke shake. I can see Luke agreeing with me. I don't need the verbal confirmation. Yeah, Bangarang, that's their first lead in this game. That is substantial for them, as suggests they're probably feeling good. Since the overtime. As H-Money, a long shot off of the top of the post. Bangarang, if they want to win this round, they have to capitalize on that mistake there. Wet Taco trying to get it sent out. It's going to get caught in the trap. Into the hands of Rye Ruff. Rye Ruff thought about taking that shot. Not going to happen as that defense is returning. And now giving his team some time to get into the zone. Across there to Wet Taco. Wet Taco under pressure. As Elidas come cutting in. Elidas come at the shield. They have a numbers advantage. If they move quickly here, Rye Ruff, a little too much juking there. They had a big advantage in the moment. Now the entire defense has returned, and they have to back that one out.
And now asking for backup because otherwise getting stuck. It's Caesar taking it over now, turning around to look for a boost, but instead gets punched. Meanwhile, the Stacks and Wet Taco coming through with a grab. Manages to send that somehow through a blue player as it's Rye Ruff taking it over with a little bit of an anchor and now a boost off their teammates. Goal a bit exposed, might not matter as it's Citizen coming away with it. Those lone 3 points on the board still yet, and now Redshift back at some offense. Take that back because Wet Taco just did. They have the disc again for Bangarang.
Wet Taco now walking this one up. Zooming around a little bit, going to send it back to Big Bot on the back line. Big Bot slowing it down. Back up. Oh, no, missed pass there. H-Money, a big recovery, though. Loses a handle on it. Wet Taco maybe going to be able to recover. Oh, touches it, but stunned up by that chain. Good chain there. Get it sent out. Caesar there at mid. Caesar going to send this one up. Is it on? Not quite, but Citizen is going to get it in for the 2. Redshift have found themselves onto the board here. It took a minute and a half since that last goal from Bangarang. Redshift cutting that lead down to 1 here. Bang still in the lead, though, 3-2.
And we've seen a handful across these matches of Redshift just narrowly missing, or in one of the cases, maybe making regardless, but there's always a Redshift player there to recover and rebound the 3. They're not shooting it from half court and then taking it for granted that it's a guarantee. They are playing right up until that goal lights up and are there for every rebound, it seems like, on those missed long bombs from the tunnel and the mail slot and such. So it's a good thing to see. The team's just playing till that buzzer.
Now set up there, Rye Ruff juking around on the floor. Sending it in. Oh, Wet Taco was stunned out. And then a big pickup there. Caesar is going to get this one cleared away. All the way down to the edge of the bubble, near the goal, up to the ceiling. They have a player in. Zox hits it. Redshift have retaken the lead here in round 3, up 4-3.
And yet again, I know that one may be less of a shot so much as a clear, but still a Redshift player there first to clean up. So 1 point lead, and maybe this will be kind of a mix of what we saw in the last couple of rounds. A little lopsided here and there in terms of these big scoring runs, but this one so far, just kind of goal for goal and lower scoring, as has been actually the case for a lot of these Redshift rounds thus far.
Yeah, now this one is set all the way back, but there's Rye Ruff on the back line to get it picked up. And across to Wet Taco. And it's Wet Taco sending it up into the hands there of Big Bot. Big Bot juking around a little bit. Sends it all the way back there to Wet Taco. Wet Taco has H-Money on him. They're playing very patient right now. They're playing very careful. They really want to execute on this. As they had some lanes there, they're going to pressure. They're going to push in a little too hard there. Nice reset, although not able to recover. Yeah, that was a little too much. They needed to back that one out. It looked like they knew it, too. They went and pressured anyways. This one, though, not able to get recovered there by Citizen. Good. Oh, wow. Rye Ruff, what a pickup.
Well, that was on the fingertips there of Citizen for a while, but just could not wrangle it. That said, Zux will try to do just that. There's a few players that Zux is contesting. Meanwhile, a double KO will enable Lightus come to wind around into the recovery, and a soft pass right back to Rye Ruff in the midfield as Zux just tries to play in the middle there and cut off the lanes. And just the same for his teammates in the back line. H-Money, nice aggressive defense playing the lanes to cause a turnover.
Yeah, this one all the way out, bouncing around, will be in the hands of Rye Ruff again. Good recovery once more. This is what if they're not going to score, that's what they have to keep doing. Picking up those clears as they setting up their own Joker trade here. Ryruff, they don't go for too long. Nice shield there. They send back in the hands of Light As Come. Light As Come in that trap. Trying to move this one up across there to Big Bot. Big Bot down to the floor in the hands of Ryruff. Ryruff looking for an in-pass. He is the back line right now, so no one else to reset to. Ryruff going up to Light As Come. Light As Come wanted to juke his way in, but Zux is not going to let that happen. You got to watch those 1v1s. If Zux is your man mark, you got to be careful. He is the one. Oh, no. Big stop there, H-Money. They're up by 3, just like that.
You know what I was thinking just before that happened? Okay, the last couple of plays, Bangarang has done a good job now of getting their stacks there first. And they still did that time, but they weren't prepared for the thunder that was about to arrive. Because as soon as they secured the disc, they turn around, well, they're met with a steal from H-Money, from Redshift. And, so the game goes. It's those breakaway plays that seem to really be benefiting Redshift.
Indeed, it's Wetako setting that one to Ryruff. Ryruff in, Light As Come on the ceiling, cutting across. They've got the opportunity. Oh, the shot off the post and out of the bubble. This one off the near side wall down to the floor. Collected there by Ryruff. Ryruff backing it up. H-Money nearby. Ryruff going to pull H-Money all the way out, and H-Money going to stop. H-Money now waving. Some taunting going on right now. H-Money, that happened. Is this good? I don't know. None of that made sense. The send up and the miss, all of it. Oh no, what is going on right now? This one all the way back, a self clear. They're going to recover here. Redshift being nice and letting them. It's what Taco has it now.
Okay, well, Taco from the wall, and Taco just trying to evade Citizen a little bit, evade the Citizen's arrest as the case may be. A takeaway, though, from Caesar trying to make the play, and what an angle that would have been. That was almost an amazing hit, and you know what? Blazing by for another one. It's H-Money from down below. They're up by 6, and there's still 2:48 remaining.
Yeah, so I mean, still plenty of time here for Bangarang, but this is, they really got to clean this up. They've got to be making those passes. They can't be responding to taunts. To put some emphasis on that is Wet Taco sending this one up, and hands a Light As Come, edge of the bubble, sending this one across. A Big Bot bringing it in, hits it for the 2. Only took him 8 seconds.
It also depends on the player. I mean, I'm known for waving at opposition in the arena, but for me, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Depends. That said, though, physicality of Echo Arena and the body language, always an interesting thing to watch, as it will be a 4-point advantage, but still 2 minutes left. Now, we saw Bangarang do it once before, seeing if they can do it again in this round. That's not going to be down, but it was mighty close, and H-Money will make it a guarantee. They're up 11-5, and that could be potentially some early ice there as we do approach that last couple minutes.
Well, it's only 6 points. It's only 2 threes here that Bangarang need, and we've seen how quickly that can happen.
Early ice, early, not ice, just early. Like we're getting a little bit frosty, but we're not chilled yet. That's all.
Little mislaunch there from Bangarang on that joust advantage. Wet Talk with it near side. Look at it, send it across. Once pull it, defense is not biting. There it is. Did not see Caesar. Maybe miscommunication, I'm not sure, but Caesar just takes that way too easily. Citizen in the area, gets a hand on it, but gets stunned out. This one back up to the ceiling, minute 20 to go here. Zux sending this one back there to H-Money on the back line. H-Money Juki round, sending this one in, will be in the hands of Citizen. Citizen across. Not able to collect it, though. Is this one's Wet Taco? No, it's going to be a slap there from H-Money, sending it back in. Light As Come, though, with the recovery, sending it out. They have a minute to go here. They need threes if they want to send this to an overtime. Though they scuff their chain. They're not able to get there first. Big Bot stunned out. H-Money just going to back this one up. They're going to start running the clock a little bit.
Yeah, minute to win it, but that is draining quickly as Big Bot quickly recovers along with Wet Taco, who just gets stunned by Citizens, so they're going to have to go for a deep clear. Actually, maybe trying for that wall shot, but it will be sailed too high. And another recovery by Redshift, the recurring theme here. And looking like, indeed, that math is about out on them as Wet Taco just tries to drum up a play, maybe for another goal here.
Yeah, Wet Taco sending this one in. Ryruff setting it up. Oh, that one's going to be wide and not to the intended target. As we hit the 20-second mark, we are out of mathematical time. Round 3 in the hands of Redshift. Looks like, I believe we're going to be getting a bracket reset on this one as this one is in. This is Bangarang's first loss in the tournament. It is double elimination. There's a shot there. Big Bot got the stop, but H-Money gets a recovery, gets it in for the 2, and that will end the round and the match. 13-5. Yeah, we're going to bracket reset.
All right, yeah, winner's advantage here. So Bangarang losing their first match, but they do have to lose twice. So that said, that will be at least this match for the moment. But Luke, what are your thoughts on, I suppose, the first half of our finals?
It seems to be a consistent trend here on EU and NA. We get to see a bracket reset. I mean, and really, I'm going to go back to what I said previously. I mean, the mental fortitude that comes from playing so many games in a row, it came through. I mean, Redshift definitely having the stronger mental game. They're already ready. They're flying into this next round. So I will say, Bangarang definitely fumbling when it comes to the bubble. Never mind, they paused. Okay. But man, oh man, I mean, Bangarang was doing everything right leading up to the bubble that entire round, right? They found the defensive rotations, they found the midfield passing, or they found the clear, or they found the long passing lanes, whatever. But when it came to the bubble, they just fumbled. They couldn't find their angles. They couldn't find the numbers advantage. They weren't finding success, whether it was bad decision-making or poor decision-making, or whether it was just, simply rushing plays. That was the downfall of Bangarang, and as Dimwee pointed out, I mean, Bangarang get to really lead, in any strong fashion throughout these 3 rounds. So, I mean, I really want to see some, numbers advantage, some baiting out defenders, which Redshift has been doing all night from Bangarang. And if so, we'll have a heck of a match. But yeah, I mean, the winner of this next round, best of 3, will be facing Anomaly in round 1 in the finals, and loser playing Kangarillas. So, definitely some seeding and definitely some, incentive there, to think about and strategize, what these teams want to do moving into finals. But, I mean, here we go. Second best of 3. It can go either way.
Okay, yeah, so these teams, I think, getting just about ready, perhaps, to get started up again. But with that, we will take just a quick intermission just to reset ourselves, as these teams also reset themselves. So stay tuned. We won't be too long, I probably promise. I'll be right back.
Everybody, I'm Aiden VR. Today I'm joined by Light Has Come from Bangarang, the top team on the ladder currently. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
Good. Alright, so, what type of training are you and your team doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup?
I think mostly just scrimming a lot. Scrimming, hopefully a lot like master teams. I think it's healthy to scrim teams that are better than you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be scrimming a lot of master teams, and then I think doing a fair bit of VOD review as well, just brushing up on strategy, potentially scouting the other teams, that sort of thing.
All right, cool, dude. How are you guys feeling coming into this one? Like, mentality?
I don't know if it's quite dawned on us yet, like the decay, it's coming up. I think we're pretty excited. For most of Bangarang, it's been a goal for a long time to make the Challenger Cup since last season. And then this season we made the first Challenger Cup, but then Buchibo, our starting goalie, got injured and we weren't ready to play it. So it was a bit frustrating to have made it and then not be able to play. So now we're just pretty excited that we're finally going to be able to play it.
One last question. So, you guys are top of the ladder currently, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that will affect you at all in this Challenger Cup? Just having that mentality? Hello, everybody. I'm Aiden VR. Today I'm joined by Light Has Come from Bangarang, the top team on the ladder currently. How are you today, sir?
I'm doing well.
Good. All right, so, what type of training are you and your team doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup?
I think mostly just scrimming a lot. Scrimming, hopefully a lot like master teams. I think it's healthy to scrim teams that are better than you.
Yeah.
So we're going to be scrimming a lot of master teams, and then I think doing a fair bit of VOD review as well, just brushing up on strategy, potentially scouting the other teams, that sort of thing.
All right, cool, dude. How are you guys feeling coming into this one? Like, mentality.
I don't know if it's quite dawned on us yet, like the decade's coming up. I think we're pretty excited. For most of Bangarang, it's been a goal for a long time to make the Challenger Cup since last season. And then this season we made the first Challenger Cup, but then Buchibo, our starting goalie, got injured and we weren't ready to play it. So it was a bit frustrating to have made it and then not be able to play. So now we're just pretty excited that we're finally going to be able to play it.
One last question. So, you guys are top of the ladder currently, correct?
Yes.
Do you think that will affect you at all in this Challenger Cup? Just having that mentality that you are the top team on the regular ladder right now. Do you feel like it's going to affect you guys at all?
It's probably in the back of our head somewhat. I think we don't want it to affect us, but we got to beat master teams to get in. And I think we don't really feel like we're top of the ladder quite yet because we're technically one place down. So I don't think it'll affect us too much. Like any team can win. Any of the teams in the Challenger Cup, they can win if they play good. So it's just going to be about who shows up and plays the best.
Yeah, all right, definitely. Yeah, thanks so much, dude. I've been in VR, and this has been Bangarang's interview. See you next time. Hello, everybody. I'm Made in VR. Today we are interviewing Redshift Caesar, and I'm joined today by Solar Pete. So, first question for you, Caesar. What type of training are you doing for the upcoming Challenger Cup? What are you doing to prepare?
Pretty much just been scrimming. We normally do like 2 or 3 scrims a day, and we've been doing that since the team's been formed.
How do you guys feel coming into the Challenger Cup?
We're pretty confident, not really too worried about anyone right now.
Caesar, how do you feel about Bangarang? They're above you by 1 spot. They seem to be the only team that is actually above you guys in sort of skill, I guess. What do you feel about them?
I mean, they seem alright. They have a new roster relatively, but they've been playing for a while together. We're not really too worried about them. They're kind of least of our worries right now.
All right, that sounds good. So that would wrap it up for the rep for Redshift, Caesar. Thank you for coming out tonight, man, and we'll see you guys next time.
Matt still gets a pass across. Zenith pulls off the Dusty. Zenith going to walk this one to the edge of the bubble. They have an opportunity here once again. Leverage takes a shot.
Not going to send it in. Going to do some styling. Going to wait. Oh!
As Kanger sending this one over there to Aiden off the backboard. Shrem now sending him across there to Ender. Crossing over to Cruz, and goal is wide open. As that one slapped back, Antarctic's there on the back line. Antarctic sending this one in. Sugar Fluff. One more pass there behind the goal.
On the vote to who people thought would win, and they get it again.
And it's going to be the Raptors. Mozzie coming in. Mozzie. They're going to take this second round. They're going to force a third round on Ignite. That's a lot of stunts coming through. That's the lead.
Oh, no.
I'm not going to dox him and tell him what school you're in, but oh my goodness, that's incredible. And just like that
game with a teammate holding on. That's going to be a stop. Oh my God. That's it. That's 3 points.
Bandit back to reality, cutting in. Stopped by that chain. What a defensive chain. They're getting stunned out, but title.
Dancing up, dancing inverted. Gonna get the sun off on fire is one, but that's going to be off the head.
Delivers over the right side, Mozzie. Passes to Swag War. Swag War has Chrome cutting. Chrome. Ignite on offense with the duck. He's going to be JJ with the drive. Jay going to find it. Oh,
the second one, but there's a long relay play. It connects. Diving in. No way. What?
They have a numbers advantage right now. Toza sending it across there to Boop Boop. Going up to PK. There it is.
Yo, Kings, look. Headbutt. Excellent headbutt. This could be it for them. And it is.
More dances, so those boots are made for walking, but what will Wazit do? Well, Wazit's gonna walk it in and then score a 2.
6 running in the lead. They're going to be clearing it into that tunnel. Looks like a perfect pass to Orochi there. With the disc. Beautifully played. To Sugi. Sugi looking for the cross pass, the cut.
With the leash, although right there in the hands of Kong. Kong over to Jaywalker. Jaywalker bringing it in. 1v2. Stop there. Cruising.
And it looks like Rosh is going to go for a pass of 10. 10's just going to put it in. Ooh.
It's going to be that green pigeon with an open goal. They have to get a 3.
Underlay will be there really soon. And that said, wow! Mama, E-I-E-I-O.
Sends that one out, but then they have the Voidless. Voidless to VTS King, who sends that one in. Breezebro gets a stop.
You're going to take it right now, giving up a pass and a lot of fakes. But Ryruff, the Rise stuff. Official match here. Both these teams attempting to complete that process. And what? Oh my goodness, wow! What? Let's save. A grab back, a save again, and another grab back.
Speedy gets that one picked up, trying to send it out. Oh, the chain gets her, though. Set in there by Sokka. Sokka.
It's Whoosh getting stunned, so Mamba found the disc, found the shots. It is a great hit from...
Mistake we're seeing again and again. The missed shots, the missed passes. This time. Oh, they do not miss. Why are you not excited about how good Gravity is playing right now? No way.
Flying in, getting stunned out. Mozzie jumping in, sending it in. Holy cow.
As that is going to get cleared down the other way. And oh my goodness, there's an open three, the bounce shot. It goes in. What? What a shot.
Delivering it in. Swagwarp. Oh my god.
Far side picked up by Galti. Galti sees the open goal. Galti. Oh my goodness.
Like Kaika, maybe looking for that long three. And he takes it in.
And they're able to get that disc back into possession in Final Frontier and actually pull out.
Two more. Unfortunate the pass didn't quite connect, but they still have an opportunity. Back pass. The three. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, but now they have an opportunity here. Everest now moving forward. They have a 3-point shot coming through. Thing. Oh.
Welcome everyone to the Challenger Cup interviews. My name is Solar P and I'm here with Corrosion.
Yeah!
Hello. So what kind of training are you guys going to do preparing for the Challenger Cup?
We've been doing multiple scrims a day, building our stamina for the Challenger Cup.
How are you guys feeling coming into the Challenger Cup?
We've been feeling really good. We've been consistently working on mindset and stuff like that in scrims, and all the teams are really good, players are good, but it comes down to consistency in the high tier games.
Well, that's good. Well, with being newly introduced into the cycle, do you think this will change your mentality?
I don't really think that it's going to change mentality much. More or less, we've all been putting the time in, and I think we're ready to take it to the next level. Everyone's putting in equal amount of effort. I think we should be good.
Well, thanks for coming out tonight, guys. I was Corrosion, and I've been Solar P, and we'll see you guys next time. Alright, hello everyone, and welcome to the Challenger Cup interview for Los Angeles Destroyers, our rep here, Saluna 22.
Hi!
So our first question here, Saluna, what type of training are you guys going to do to prepare for the Challenger Cup?
So currently what we're doing is we just have like a ton of scrims we're gonna do. Practice getting our chains faster and our passes down and things like that.
Yeah, I mean, for Challenger Cup, especially because this is the top of Diamond and the low part of Master, it's still gonna be hard, so that training is really good. So how are you guys feeling coming into the Challenger Cup?
Hello everyone, welcome back. Just a quick break here, the quick pause as these teams gather themselves for one more round, or maybe 2 or 3, I suppose, as the case may be. But for our 2 new finalists here, our 2 master teams in Redshift and Bangarang, it has been a banger of a match and of series across these last 2 days in Europe and North America. This Challengers Cup, as always, max excitement and always the best time of season to show up in front of the biggest possible crowd. I mean, minus the finals, of course. All eyes are on these players across the arena and across the community. With that, well, if your eyes are on me, I'm Pally, and that is Dimwee, and that is Luke. C, the one you see. That was a better one. And Newton Dad, well, he doesn't rhyme with C, but he is managing back there, captaining it like a C. Captain at Sea. Captain Will, shout out to you. Anyways, I need some milk. Dimwee, we've got one more series. It's going to determine the seeding for these master teams in the finals. Between the winner faces Anomaly, loser faces King. And round 1, we are going out maybe with a bang. Let's see.
Redshift getting this neutral joust here. Sending it up. Caesar sent it in, but Citizen recovers it, recollects it here. Sending it now in, hitting Zuck. Zuck stunned out at the edge of the bubble, and Wet Taco gets it picked up. Looking to clear it out, and that one does get all the way out, all the way down. Near the goal. No, not that near the goal. Picked up there, but Let Us Come. Still gets it in. Wet Taco somehow got it in, and that's going to be a 2 points on the board here for Bangarang in round 1.
Okay, there you go. Starting off on the right foot, I suppose, because the last couple of rounds of that last series just did not go their way. And although there were some valiant efforts made to come back, they were not able to pull it off in the end. So I think maybe this reset of the clock and of the rounds and of the mindsets could have definitely helped Bangarang here as they get set off for maybe even another play, as yet another turnover is going to produce a chance at some offense.
Let us come. Empty goal, sending it up off the cone. Hits it for the 2. Good for the, that's going to be Bangarang taking a 5-point lead here in this first round, 1 minute in. Just like that.
Very calm and collected was Light Has Come to put it off that pyramid right off the backboard. And always one of those shots where, you know, these days players are so very good at it. And again, shout out Callan, I suppose. But yeah, backboard shots, just putting in that extra touch to keep the defenders off balance and also maximize the angles that you can hit from. Strikers at this level can hit from everywhere, even without line of sights now. So kind of scary.
Oh, yeah, it absolutely is, especially with some of the bounce shots you can get in there. Caesar sending this one up. Oh, not able to collect it. There was Citizen down to the floor. Will be Zux with the pickup. Zux putting on the brakes. Looked like incidentally, but still going to go ahead and back this one up there to Caesar on the back line. Caesar looking to bring this one in. Instead, going to taunt, try to pull that defense out of the bubble. Defense not going to bite. They don't need to. Actually, they will. Light Has Come comes out to challenge up to Citizen. Citizen on the ceiling. Oh, there was not a shot. It was a setup to H-Money who gets it in for the 2. Redshift is on the board.
Nice swing through dunk by H-Money, delivered by Citizen. You know, Luke called Citizen out earlier on as well for dealing some dimes out to the players. Of course, happy to get those passing streaks in. Something close to my heart for sure, but always a work of art. And the dunk meta still alive, I do suppose, as it's 5-2 and launched out there with barely some time to spare. Caesar causing a turnover with that grab. And this may result in a walk-in. Let's see for H-Money, just opting for the back out instead.
Yeah, going back to Caesar on the back line. Caesar juking around, going to send it further back to Citizen. Citizen slowing it up here for Redshift. Walking it up far side, has a player in front. That's Wet Taco, sends it across instead to Caesar. Caesar, Light Has Come right in front. Going to go back across there into the hands of Citizen. Crushing it on the bubble, sending on the shot. That one goes wide. Zux with a good pickup, going to invert on the ceiling. As Light Has Come comes to challenge. Shot there off the post and out of the bubble.
Pressure's high and right on to the midfield as it sails on by. Wet Taco will pick it up. Wet Taco looking for the bounce perhaps, and yes, sir, it is good. Wet Taco, not Taco Tuesday, but a Sunday just as tasty there when it comes to those backboard shots. They're showing the propensity for the bounce.
There was a nice shot there. Wet Taco 29 meters out. Good for the 3. They're going to go up by 6 here. 6.5 minutes still to go here in this first round. As Redshift coming out on this Yelt's advantage, handled by Caesar. Cross-setter Citizen immediately assaulted by that chain, though still gets through, sending it all the way out, and it's going to be a defensive chain to pick this one up. I'm not sure if that was a dump in, a missed pass, or a missed shot. But Ryroff going to reset that one to Big Bot on the back line. Big Bot looking to send it out. Does get it caught instead in the trap. The chain, though, picks it up cleanly. Light Has Come sending it up. Wet Taco, open goal, sends it in, hits it. Good for the 3. They're going to go up by 9.
Yeah, you know, I think that trap clear by Big Bot, almost intentional. I mean, thing is, didn't throw it with the normal strength you would throw a clear that's intended to go full court. So I think just meant to kind of land it in that general area, knowing that the stacks were getting together right behind him and will be able to catch up. So that was a really nice job to kind of, I guess, dribble into it with an indirect assist on that dribble. And with that, maybe some more turnovers here. Let's see, a lot of contention going on as a shot. Oh, suffice to mention, Citizen can not only pass, he can shoot as well. That is 5 points now off of that tight angle.
Yeah, good shot there. 18 meters a second as well, which puts him back within 6 here as we approach halfway mark of round 1. Bangarang once again on this Yelt's advantage. And a Bang looking particularly good in this first round right now. As Ryroff is going to handle that one. And sends it across there to Big Bot. Big Bot walking up. Looking for a send up. Has Citizen in front. Citizen gets the grab. Big Bot with a recovery now. Passing up to Light Has Come. Light Has Come as Wet Taco near side. Caesar was... I'm surprised that pass went off as Caesar was in that lane. Wet Taco was covered, and oh my goodness. Oh, I thought that was going in. Ryroff with the pickup. Oh, pickpocket there. Caesar gets it in for the 2.
And had to make an adjustment there as they kind of briefly lost the disc, but either way, grabbed it right back and tossed it up there before any stuns came through. So they cut it pretty close in the score, and we're still Several minutes left on the board in this first round of the grand finals, I suppose you'd call it, of these grand finalists of this Challenger Cup. Ryruff QBing off this joust.
Yeah, Ryruff walking this one up. Slowing it up. Trying to pull that defense out. Defense is not biting. This is not the same defense we've seen for the rest of the evening. Since they've been playing Bangarang, Zux is playing goal, so Zux not hitting with that heavy pressure that they were playing with all day as Big Bot walk it in. The compression there, Wet Taco stopped there by Caesar, gets this one sent out, bouncing around mid, does get through mid, and they're going to have to chase this one down. Good defensive recovery there by Ryruff.
These are getting some nice leeches on 3 or 4 different players there, but will be Wet Taco comes out with it at the end of the day. And we're going to walk this up the floor, has maybe cross pass up high, although the lane is a little bit guarded by that stack, just trying to ping pong but not get stunned out. Lightus come maneuvering well around it as the Wet Taco pockets it. And that is some nice loose change for them. There are 13 on the board, and this is indeed a change in this series, in the first round of this new series, I suppose, because Bangarang, this is kind of the first time we've seen them be able to get off to a strong start and keep that up the whole way through.
Indeed. As, 6-point lead now. Again, Caesar setting it to the far side tube there. Chain recovers on that way too easily. That was some lollygagging in that far side tube, allowing that Chain plenty of time. And there, look at this once again. They're not getting back together on the back line. 17-1. Who was that? Citizen and H-Money just slow boating all the way back for a while there as Bangarang had the disc in the bubble with 4 players for way too long.
No lollygagging. That's all I got out of that. But 15-7, 2:40 left on the clock of this first round of this grand finals. And launching out QBing is Caesar. Has some options left, right, and center. Delivers perfectly to Citizen on a very tight, narrow angle there. Likewise, quick pass over to H-Money. Back to Citizen. Back again into the tunnel. A lot of jukes confusing me at that as they wave the wand and they back it out. So it's fast, it's slow, and it's fast again. These players are dancing all over the ceiling, as it will be yielding a shot attempt. But again, that tight angle, which we've seen, is kind of, it's had to have disrupted maybe 5-6 shots at least of Redshift across these last few series. But that's the kind of passing play, and that's the quality look you want to get, is those cross passes in front of the goal.
Yeah, fantastic play there by Redshift, getting another couple points on the board, though we are in the final 2 minutes of this first round. Bangarang still up by 6, but only 6. But we saw in the third round of the last matchup between these two teams just a few minutes ago, it was a 6-point spread in the final 2 minutes that Bangarang was contending with, and weren't able to make that happen themselves. So I believe it was right about this point, though, 1:30 when they were at that point as they came out of the tubes. Ryruff in the backfield here with Big Bot, intent on running the clock a little bit before they press through mid. They do there. As Lightus come, though, going to get his pocket picked by Citizen. Big Bot almost recovering. Gets a good disruption there as Ryruff is going to get it collected here in the near side tube. Minute 15 on the clock as this one gets sent in. Lightus comes, sending it across here to Wet Taco. Played that cleanly off of an awkward bounce, but gets stunned out, and Citizen gets cleared.
Cracked the shell of Taco there at the moment, so back into the trap on the opposite side. Boosting down with a goal wide open, but a ding to the side. And still open yet for the second try, and that's 3 in the goal. It's within 3. A shockingly, in a way, high-scoring affair considering how far we are into this tournament now. These teams putting up 15 and 12 respectively.
Yeah, it's a much higher scoring round than we've seen most of this evening between these two teams.
Just this late to pull that out. It's kind of impressive to me because it shows that they do still have gas in the tank.
Or it suggests that defense requires a little bit more energy than offense. So now that they're running out of gas, the defense is what suffers first. There's a theory.
Yeah, maybe a little bit of column A, a little bit of column B.
No, I'm challenging you. On stream, in front of everybody.
Well, you can always call on me, and I'll call you out later. That said, it's Lightus come here with a clear.
This one down into the
bubble. I'll find something, you dimwit. Third dimwit. I mean.
Watch out, Torquemada might meet you for that.
Nah. He doesn't have that power in this channel, does he?
I don't know. We can find out, though.
Well, you know what I want to find out? Yeah, is what Luke has to say. Give us an idea.
Oh, man. I mean, what a game. That's just an absolute pleasure to watch. I mean, Bangarang started off strong to take the lead, and they just ran with it. I mean, that's the 2-bit version. The 3-bit version is I mean, at halfway, Bangarang looked dominant, up 6 points. You know, it looked like it really could go either way, but I mean, and it did. It did not really in score. You know, it was still a 6-point game, 2 minutes left, and the final score itself was 15-12, so a 3-point game at the end of the day. But Redshift coming alive in the second half of that round. I mean, Bangarang started strong, but I mean, it really came down to the stun game. And you might say, okay, Luke, I'm looking at the stuns right now, and I see that, you know, Redshift has more stuns than Bangarang. Sure. I'm not talking about quantity, I'm talking about quality. The timing of Bangarang stuns, keeping the stacks back, stunning right before they recover a pass, you know, really was absolutely critical coming into this first round. I mean, and what led to a lot of their success, in my opinion. I mean, and maybe continued success in round 2, but I mean, let's see how Redshift can adapt, because Redshift certainly can. They still showed their numbers advantage, they showed their patient play, and they forced Bangarang to make mistakes even when they had the lead. So let's see what they can do here in round 2.
All right, thank you, Luke. And 10 minutes on the clock. Second round of this second series in the finals. Our 2 finalists jousting out, and Light has come, eyeing it down with absolute sniper precision, and 3 points in 6 seconds only.
Yeah, once again, Bangarang getting an early lead here, getting 3 on the board from Light has come, an empty goal. And Bangarang not playing around in this bracket reset. Suddenly, maybe weren't feeling the pressure in the last one, and suddenly feeling it here. Caesar setting it up on the Joust advantage. Zuck's near side. Zuck sending it through. Unfortunately, nobody was down there. Although not able to play it, there was the player on Bangarang. Although we'll ultimately get picked up by Light has come. Light has come, sending this one up. Will be in the hands of Wet Taco. Wet Taco looking to clear it out. Wants to clear it out. No, jukes around a little bit. Maybe going to reset here to Ryruff. That chain is in the area. That's what he was playing around with. Oh no, that's not going to work out. Citizen gets that one picked up. Turning it around now for Redshift, as they're in possession in the offensive zone on that turnover.
And H-Money from the mid lane will invert himself and wait for the offense to unravel and kind of find their positioning. You see some players anchored, some players searching for their anchors, but they've got the great spacing to offer them this great placement. As Zux tries to hand it off, what a good pass, H-Money that is to say, to Citizen. Looking like it was a guaranteed dive and goal, but then the subtle little change in direction where they aim that disc and just found a beautiful catch and a soft finish at the other end. Love to see it.
Love to see it, as Bangarang now on this Joust advantage. Ryruff with it. Sending it up. Light has come, not able to play it. This is loose. And H-Money gets it picked up, sent out, but Big Bot on the back line gets it recovered. For good defensive recovery there. Bangarang. As Big Bot sends it back across here to Wet Taco. Wet Taco slowing it down under pressure by Citizen. Backs it up there to Ryruff. And Ryruff sending it back into the hands of Wet Taco. Playing a little monkey in the middle on the back line. Trying to get that stunned out on the back line of Citizen. They're trying to stun out. Actually, they don't get him stunned out. Citizen just gets some free floating rain there. Ryruff with it once again. Pulling Citizen out once again. And going to opt to reset that one to Wet Taco. Who's now pressuring in on the bubble, down to the floor. Oh, that was a self-pass. Then off to Ryruff again. Ryruff moving it in and going to back it out again.
Admire the attempt at the self-pass. Always a fun play to pull off if you can. Nearly did so. They do lose possession eventually, as Citizen will find a clear. Stacks now gathering, 1 for each team. Make that 2 for each team, as some retreat into the goal, some pounce on the disc, and they are right back to the other end of the floor. So still showing that energy, at least on the boost. And there it is again. So those stacks, they are relying on their stackuracy there. Shout out again to Smooth, as it will be some plays looking mighty smooth indeed on some of these deliveries. And oh my geez, it's Big Bot. And that was a really great pass to cut it close, offering no time for a save.
Yeah, it was a beautiful setup there. Big Bot right in front, slaps it in. A little bit of a one-timer there. Bangarang going to take a 3-point lead here, 3 minutes in to the second round. Bangarang looking a little bit more in control of this one than that previous matchup. As Zuck setting this one up through mid all the way down to Caesar. Caesar saw the empty goal and went for that setup there to H-Money, but H-Money instead was on his way in to allow for the coordinated 3. Zox snuck up on Big Bot there. I believe Big Bot shook in his britches as this one sent back. Wet Taco looking to recover. No, to be Light has come.
Shout out Tickle Britches as well. There's a name that I still love yet to this day. As Light has come, sends it right back to Wet Taco, but has to duck through. That was risky, but did pay off at least for a moment, as I'll pass it off to Ryruff. noting the 3 players there in the midfield still opting for the clear. Might have been the dangerous play as it will turn it back over to H-Money. They recover with without having to drop too much of a sweat, but they give it right back to Ryruff, who now will have an alignment of players as well as the open shot. 3 points, 27 deep. Nice hit to put them up by 6.
Yeah, puts them up by 6 indeed. Bangarang maintaining this lead once again here. Redshift once again on this Joust advantage. So looking to come out here with 5.5 to go in the second round. Caesar sending it up. It's going to, intercepted there. Wet Taco, long shot. Just low, just wide. Out of the bubble, light has come. No, excuse me. Big Bot gets recovered on the near side wall. Sending it back into the hands of Ryruff, who's pulling the defense out again. Ryruff up to Big Bot. Big Bot looking for the in pass. Going to send that one across. Nice. No, Citizen. Big grab, big clear. This one's away.
Citizen with a great grab as well. Yeah, and then sending a clear. So far, so good for Bangarang, as I said in the first round as well. This is kind of the first time across this day, at least, that they've now been able to start off strong and, again, hold on to those leads. So maybe it is indeed getting to that point where Redshift is starting to feel those tanks empty, whereas Bangarang, this is only their second series of the day, excluding any warm-ups they may or may not have had. They are definitely on point. They're perhaps about to score some more, but not if Citizen could help it. But Light has come, helps himself to the grab right back.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and reset that one to Wet Taco there on the back line. Wet Taco going back across. Somehow gets that by the defense, barely. Light has come back up to Ryruff. Ryruff, almost getting that inversion and getting by. But Light has come, big disruption there. Disc is loose for a moment. Couple stuns coming out. Ryruff gets it recovered under pressure, so he goes ahead and resets it there to Wet Taco on the back line. Wet Taco slowing it down. Back across there to Big Bot. Suddenly, Redshift is getting a lot more aggressive here. They're starting to feel the heat. 4 minutes on the clock. Still down by 6 as Redshift set up there. Goal's wide open. You saw a goal that came out to challenge that one. That was Zux. He knew the pass was coming. He knew the player was down there. He saw the pass coming. Went to challenge it. Didn't win that race. Bangarang's up by 8.
And one of those situations where I'd say because that pass was coming outside of the bubble, it was initiated there. The dive was correct. I think just a split second slow to the step, perhaps. It's one of those kind of 50-50s where it's just playing the margins mighty close. That said, if they can close in on this goal, all 4 players just collapse onto it, losing the handles for them, and it's Redshift a chance still yet at some offense to bring it close and maybe pull off what Bangarang did once upon a round, a series ago. But there's a serious save at the goal. Right, Ruff. Nice stuff.
And now Big Bot, big recovery, sends it out. Good chain. No, better defensive chain. H-Money gets that one there, sending it right back in, trying to get it to Zux. Ultimately does. Zux didn't have the shot any longer, sends it across instead, looking for Caesar. Caesar ultimately tracking that one down, going to scoop it back. And then Ryruff with a slap to get it to mid, not through, unfortunately. Actually, it does ultimately go through. They get the chain down, though. Everybody overshooting. Ryruff picking it up in that far side trap. Has all the teammates in and around the bubble, sending it across there to Light has come. Light has come, looking for the hit pass. Off of the mark, but good recovery here. Ryruff juking around on the ceiling. Pulls Citizen out, takes a shot. Big stop there. Caesar gets it out of the bubble, though Light has come recovers.
Yeah, could not get a lot of power behind the clear, so it was an easy recovery for Light has come. Sends it off to Wet Taco, and Caesar kind of playing that midline, just bouncing between the bow and the barrier, and trying not to get bounced by any brawls, because that is when it opens up numbers in the goal, as it does there. And there's a delivery, special delivery from Ryruff to Big Bot. They're up suddenly double digits off of some beautifully executed patient play.
Yeah, 10-point lead here. 2 minutes to go. That's a minimum of 4 goals. 4 goals required by Redshift. They have to score 4 goals in 1 minute. Literally, 53 seconds. 4 goals in 50 seconds. Caesar sending it across there to the far side tube. This one all the way down and will be a turnover. Big Bot gets it picked up. Oh no, friendly headbutt. Disc is loose. Lightest come gets her, slaps it away. Gonna make its way out of the bubble. Citizen racing it with Wet Taco. Wet Taco getting sunned out. Citizen with it. Citizen over to H-Money. Bringing it in. Loses the handle. This one's gonna make its way out of the bubble. Zux gets there first. Somehow, don't know how. Looking at a 1v1. Why does he get the 1v1? Oh no, stunned out. Lightest come gets it picked up, cleared away. 24 seconds. If they get a goal here, that's the ice. This one into the bubble, bringing it in. There it is for the 2. It's a 12-point lead. Actually, maybe not. Yeah, that's the ice. We're going to have less than a minute to go here after that one. And Bangarang will be taking this one in 2.
You calling early GGs, Dimwee? Shame on you.
No, this is mathematical.
Shame on
This is
you.
mathematical. Big difference.
I don't want to hear it. With that, I had to find something to call you out on, and that was it. It was my attempt. It was a little bit weak. Anyways, it's Citizen with a disc here. They still have a chance at least another goal. But again, for both of these teams, they've secured their spot to the finals. They have played a hard series and a hard few series, in fact, across the weekend. Likewise for Europe and likewise for OCE. They had a Community Cup a few days ago as a little soft, gentle self-pass dunk. All right, pocket to pocket. I got it. Wet Taco. You know, OCE had a stream just a couple days ago. Kind of community put together, but it was still the top 4 seeds of OCE playing in a double elim tournament. Leviathan won that one, but there were some tremendous matches there as well. You know, top to bottom, across our 3 regions of VRML, I would say quite a success on the end of these teams who made it to the finals, and all the teams who showed up with some serious highlights and some really some instant classic matches in a lot of these cases and rounds. So. It's been a pleasure, but one more time to Luke as he gives us one last look at what went on in this round and what to expect maybe from these teams going forward.
Man, I'm excited. I'm excited because BigBot joined this team to join Bangarang. From Anomaly, already in Master Tier, he made it back, and guess what? He won. He won. This what that means. It means the winner with the 9th seed will come on place Anomaly round 1 in finals. So I mean, I'm excited to see that next week. But you know what?
Stories, man.
There's so many stories. I mean, Kangarillas coming through. We'll be facing Redshift in round 1. So hey, maybe got some good looks on them and seeing how they play. But I mean, in this game, Bangarang figured out how to play. They I mean, no disrespect in the first rounds. You know, the first set they couldn't collapse on the bubble. You know, they weren't finding success. They were making mistakes, and they turned that around here in the second set in the bracket reset. I mean, they finished this in 2, but in confident fashion, almost 100% of the time they had the lead. I have to shout out Wet Taco, especially. It felt like it was the Wet Taco show. I mean, you might say, well, yeah, he has a lot of points on the board, but other people contributed 100%. Every single player in the team did, but I mean, some great stuns, some great positioning to get those passes in. Maybe he was the second pass, the second assist, so it doesn't show up. But I mean, some great positioning from him. One of those I think undervalued players. But certainly, of course, great jobs from BigBot, great jobs from Lightest Come, and great jobs across the board from all these players. I'm really excited to see how they do in Master Tier. And hey, maybe there's a bit of a strategy. They have to think about that now with seeding coming into next weekend. So I am super excited for that. And I guess one thing I will shout out is I'm super excited as well to see the final recaps happening on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday from Season 0 or preseason 1, 2, and 3 at 9 p.m. Eastern time for NA and different times for OCE and EU. So I'm really excited to see how far we've come, and I'm really excited to see how far these teams can go here in Season 4 of the NA Finals.
Yeah, thank you, Luke, and I'll shout out Dimwee for that as well, putting together that idea and cutting the VODs to make that happen there for our streams in the middle of the week to kind of lead up for those finals. Just good stuff. You know, there's a lot of history in these 4 years of Echo, these last 2 years of VRML. We are just about reaching that 2-year anniversary within the next few weeks, in fact, from the start of preseason. So, you know, it's been an amazing time, and it's continuing to get better and better and larger by the season, by the week, oftentimes. So, a pleasure, for sure. Thank you again, Luke, for the sidelines here today, and as well for casting EU earlier on with Retep and Doc. To Newton Dad as well on the cameras, and Sir Dimwee here on the co-cast with me. Dimwee, any last thoughts on your end, or last call-outs? No call-outs. Last shout-outs.
Oh, you want me to do some? I could do some call-outs right now. I'm not going to do that. YouTube, go subscribe to the YouTube. We actually, when we were 1 away from 2,400, 2 people unsubscribed to be funny. So go subscribe to get us to 2,400 at least by the end of the night. Come on, please.
It's pretty funny. Do it again.
Come on. Don't.
I don't care. I don't care. That's detrimental to, you know what? The long term game. I agree, Dimwee. But for the short term, just to poke at Dimwee, do it again.
I'm devastated.
Worth it. All right, so go unsubscribe and then resubscribe to our channel. Appreciate all you guys. I'm sorry, Dimwee. Anything else?
Go subscribe. It's links in the channel. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button right now. I know there's a few of you over there, so go ahead and subscribe if you're still there. But those of you on Twitch, it's in the chat right there. And if you're on Facebook, it's Echo Arena Master League on YouTube. Should be pretty easy to find. Easier to find than yeah. So, go subscribe. Go subscribe.
Yeah. All right. So that said, of course, finals next weekend here, and we'll be in the same places with venues. Yes.
This week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, finals replays for all regions. Europe is going to be at 7 o'clock London time. Then North America is going to be at 9 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock West, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then OCE, because they only have the one final, basically, so far. They're going to be... it's 5 o'clock Sydney time. Whatever that translates to everywhere else. It's 5 o'clock in Sydney.
4 a.m.
4 a.m. Eastern, yeah.
And
I'm having some
British time.
Having some deja vu.
And that's
here.
on Thursday. So definitely watch out for that. That's going to be on the Echo Arena VRML channel, the VRML 1 channel, as we call it. So not the one we're broadcasting to right now, VR Master League. It's going to be over on Echo Arena VRML. There will be an announcement in the Discord server at some point, and of course, going to re-push it on socials on Monday as well. So watch out for that because that's gonna be kind of cool. See where we came from, where we've gotten to at this point, and kind of how it all started. Also, you get to see how terrible I sounded in those first finals because I had absolutely no voice at all. It was bad.
Then we finding his casting voice. That's fun. That's fun.
Shout out Sputnik Cobra. Guess what, buddy? I'm astral projecting right into the end of the stream. So with that, everybody, I've been Palador. That's been Sir Dimwee. That's been Luke and Newton Dad, as well as Torque in the moderation booth for us. Torque Mata, that is, one of our great moderators here this season. So appreciate everyone who's helped out, contributed, of course, all you guys on the Twitch, all you guys on venues and YouTube, Facebook, etc., etc. Right place, right time. You know the drill and you know the deal. So until next time, you guys be happy, be healthy, be safe, and be good to each other. Just had to give another dramatic pause, and we'll see you again real soon. Take care.
And we're underway.
Season 4 of VRML Echo Arena is brought to you by HyperX, Asterion Products, VRware, Rebuff Reality, VR Cover, and ProTube VR.